Thank you so much for joining me tonight on this special edition of Vleeties. I guess it's hashtag Red Pill Ryan night. I guess it's hashtag, what do we got? Hashtag fantasy football fallout already happening all around us. I look like a beast with this Edwards-Hilaire, if we can be honest. And a hype train has already debuted. There's already a hype train showing its face. Geezy, this song is by Shane Brock's band, Doomed to Rot. Shane Brock used to be friends with Zach Johnson. We're all from Covina. We all know the area. And one time he told me he had a new song coming out, and I was like, dude, send it to me. So I listened to the song at the gym and stuff. It's heavy. It's got a bit of an edge to it. And I hit him up on Facebook. I go, hey, if I use your song, will you send your lawyers after me? To which he never responded, so I assume he will, but I don't care because this song is heavy. It rocks. It kind of fits the theme of tonight's events because this is Red Pill Radio, bro. I'm ready to go all out. I'm like Clyde Edwards-Hilaire. Oh, look at this hype train. Let's go. Get a look at greatness. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. It really is cool to have a hype train as soon as the show kicks off. It's amazing that we have Doomed to Rot to bring us in. Level 1 of the hype train is donezo. Let's get to hashtag RPR. Now, Zach, I told you this, and I wish I would have made it happen. We're on that level 2 part of that hype train now. But, Zach, I really wish I would have taken that NPR logo. Greatness! Thank you so much. More and more bits. And I really wish that I would have taken that NPR logo and just changed the N to an R. Something simple, one little tweak. I was going to do it. I was really busy all day with work. And I was like, man, I really want to make that. Then I went to the dog park. Then I did some dishes. And then by the next thing I knew, I was making tea. And now here we are. How are you tonight, my friend?
Good, man. I'm ready to go. Football's back.
Trying to get a little bit. Chelsea. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ blowing the speakers up. Tonight I'ma fight till we see the sun.
We got the sounder, everyone.
Tick-tock on the clock. Put the party on. Oh, David Johnson. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Broken Freaking Neck just realized there's new sounders. And yeah, Subi15 in the chat. Get a look at greatness. No, there's no COVID yet. I'm 100% sure.
The tan was needed, not wanted.
The tan was needed, not wanted. One of my favorite moments of my life, I think. We have to get to level 2, everybody. We're 53% of the way there. And yeah, Maddie Spice likes my version of TikTok more than the turning up the volume on the speakers. Something, follow the leader. You guys are going all out. We're not even going to do a show tonight. We're just going to do this for the rest of the night. We're going to bob our heads and dance to whatever sound plays next. And Nathan says I sound great, but guess what, Nathan? This is for you. Cough right into the mic. Cough into the mic.
Considered assault nowadays.
It could be. I think I spiked the levels too. No, yeah, so I felt pretty good all day. I've been drinking my throat coat tea all day with lemon and honey. Thank you so much. Look at these. They're still rolling in. These are ones that have all been happening beforehand. Yeah, I've been drinking the throat coat all day. I've been taking my Advil, my Tylenol. I did the neti pot. The neti pot where you put the water up one side of your nostril, like one nostril, and then it comes out the other side, and there's just like water flowing through your face, and water and salt flowing through your face. It's pretty wicked gnar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These hooks got me scoring. See me
coming from afar. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're getting lit. We're lit. And an oldie but goodie. You can never go wrong with a boom. Yeah, we're definitely getting litty. I mean, this is an interesting time already because
we have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just
there may
as bright and
have
just
been
as
some
talented as white
coordination
kids.
going on here.
Yeah, poor kids are just as smart and just as talented as white kids. Like, that's part of being red-pilled is you start to realize Joe Biden's right. I mean, what's this about? Like, why does everyone hate Joe Biden? It's all true.
Talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird.
See? There's a lot to get
That's
to.
red pill.
Let's get into the red pill.
Kareem Abdul. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
His got me scoring. See me coming from
afar. Rapping in France. Okay. Ooh, yeah. The Chinese, yeah. They're going to eat our meals. Pfft. They got their own.
We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
sting.
Now we got a host going on. Oh my goodness. What an event this has already been. They're going to eat our meals. Pfft. They get their own. Sea in the east and the mountains of the west. Dig it. Man, a lot of looks at greatness. We got curved games up in this biatch. This is a fun time. And we're just getting warmed up. I'm already losing my voice, as you can already tell. So we got to get to the meat. We got to get to why we're here. Randy Orton's going to yell at us for the rest of the night. I have a feeling. Nathan Weller in the chat says he's a poor Australian kid. Here's the thing, Nathan Weller. Poor Australian kids are just as smart and just as talented as white kids. So you need to drop that Australian part and just be a white kid. I mean, that's all you need to do is just to be talented. That's all it takes. Look at all the bits. We're swimming in it tonight, my friends. So I have watched a reaction to this music video 100 times, Zach. This is like when something catches fire. Like I don't know how I feel like I'm on the cutting edge of this, but everybody has a video of this already. Have you heard the people are so stupid? Have you seen the video already?
No.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy that you exist in the same time stream as me. Sometimes I get worried that we're living on an endless
This
plane.
was needed, not wanted.
And was needed, not
Was
wanted.
needed, not wanted. I like to imagine he really didn't want the tan. Like he needed it. Like, look, I don't want these tan chairs with the fucking logo.
Catch the buzz, feel the sting.
Everything around me I've created is tan. The chairs need to be tan. Why would you send me any other color?
A little bit. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ, burn the speakers up. Tonight I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's a good track. I sing it pretty well. I think I do sing it better than the Rosalind or whatever we listened to, the other person, the TikTok girl. So this went in my world. I don't know how many worlds there are there, but in my world, this went viral. So Zach, I have Facebook still. You know that I regret it, but I haven't. All right, it exists. I can't get away from it because sometimes it rewards me. I hate Facebook, but every once in a while, it does something so nice for me. Like, and honestly, this whole Red Pill episode is brought to you by Broken Freaking Neck and Facebook, because that's where all the content came from tonight, and thedailywire.com. But let's watch a video here, and you can't see my screen, right? Let's do this. We should do this tonight. Let's close out this sidebar action. Let's take you off full screen. You don't need to be full screen at this moment. Let's share my screen.
Yeah, I'm not even paying attention, bro. I'm trying to keep this hype train going.
Here we go. We're gonna go live. I'm gonna show you my browser window here. So let's watch this music video together. Now, for everybody who's done one of these on the internet, let me join the party, right? Can I finally be one of these people that watch the Tom McDonald "People Are So Stupid" song? It's one of these things that, like, I don't know this world that exists. Thank you, SK Row. Like, let's get a hydrate, and I'm gonna hydrate with some throat coat. Oh yeah, that's so good. So this video I've watched like 10 reactions for it. I've watched the video itself a few times. I just think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny, and it's one of those things where it's like he knows what he's doing, but is he wrong? And that's my favorite part about all the reactions is people are like, well, he's not wrong. Like, I mean, he looks like this. And by the way, Psychopathic Records is really messing up if this guy's not on Psychopathic Records. Like, I don't know what happened to the Crazy Clown label. Now, Zach, you weren't the co-host of Vleeties back when Psychopathic Records was starting to take over my musical choice. However, they've completely gone away again. And this guy, to me, is the epitome. So without further ado, let's do it! And Gazy's on that tier 2 sub. Thank you so much, my friend. Tier 2, that means I got to start recording the Red Fraction, a daily show. And I was even thinking about this, like, because shout out to Maddie Spice and Tyreek Hill for shitting the bed. Thank you, Maddie Spice. Nathan Weller appreciates you picking Tyreek Hill. Everybody knows week 1 of the NFL season is Sammy Watkins night. and then for the rest of the year he'll disappear until the Super Bowl. That's how Sammy Watkins operates. We all know it. Let's stop pretending that it's a surprise every year. So one of these. Oh, that feels so good sometimes. And yeah, Collinsworth is back. Loving Collinsworth. And like, as soon as I see his face, I'm like, yes.
Dude, I heard Al Michaels' voice and I was like, I feel like life is somewhat back to normal now.
Greatness. And you know, I was even, we got the hype train too. I'm going to share those emojis with everybody. Thank you guys so much. It's so fun to just start the whole thing off. Nathan Weller's in here claiming that Edwards-Helaire is the next Barry Sanders. You think so?
It looks like it tonight.
You know what I forgot to set up and I shouldn't announce because I was going to start. So you know how we all have Vleet coins, right?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, good. I was like,
I remember.
He remembers the Vleet coins.
I saved mine just for the karaoke.
Well, that's what I was going to say is I might start having people save them for other things because what I can do is create a community challenge. So in this community challenge, I was thinking of saying, like, what if we got, what if we had 15,000 Vleet coins thrown into the pot? So that means you could throw as many as you have. SK Rowe can throw as many. Tyler Spida can throw them. Everybody could throw in their Vleet coins, and then that would unlock a new impression. Because what I was thinking of doing was adding the Vince McMahon, because I know that you said it. And I think I was like, wait, why don't we do the Vince one? And then why don't we also make people donate for it? Having their Vleet coins.
To even unlock it?
To just unlock it. I think that's a fair idea. I think that's how capitalism works. But Tom McDonald, and this might be cut for YouTube, so I'm going to do a countdown for myself while I'm editing. It's going to be in 5, 4, 3. Tom McDonald is a rapper. His skin happens to be white, so of course he's appropriating black culture as soon as he walks into any room he's in. And this video is taking over the world by storm. So Zach, I need you to watch this with me because everyone's been watching this and reacting to it. In the chat, it says that Norm McDonald is the best. That's true. So, but Tom McDonald dropped some knowledge on us. So I want everyone to just
tan was needed, not
wanted.
Not wanted.
It was not wanted. We needed the tan. We didn't want it. You think if we had a choice, we would have picked tan?
Hi, I'm praying that the world changes soon. Can get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me too. What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school?
I'm gonna do like the reaction videos that I watched today. I 100%. So dumb.
People so stupid, people so dumb, people so boo-hoo, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues, it's so dumb.
Somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
And exactly. So with this video already, he comes out and he's already calling out the culture. And Me Too movement was just cancel culture. And yeah, it is. We all went through the phase where women were getting sexier and sexier and showing less and less clothing. And there was also this weird rise in feminism where it was like Lady Gaga was like, no. And like I was saying, the Me Too movement was right. It was like, okay, let's add all these guys who are using their higher positions, like Harvey Weinstein or Matt Lauer, all these guys who are kind of really high up there. But then there was also some parts of the Me Too movement that just didn't work. Like, what's the Aziz Ansari when he took that girl on a date and they went back and made out and he tried to get a little frisky and she was like, nope, I didn't like that date. It wasn't a fun date. So she tried to Me Too him and it didn't work out in her favor. But we all went to Hooters. And a lot of feminists were like, no, I should be able to. I'm empowering. Look at my body. This is me. I want to be naked. Look at, wasn't Bruce Willis's daughter talking about free the nipple in San Francisco? Like, there's such a weird divide between. And then, of course, for me saying that, there's going to be the wave of people that go, hashtag still not asking for it. Where it's like half naked women like on the street holding up signs that are like still not asking for it. This is not good. Oh boy.
Triggered and defensive. sense if we're all racist and we're sexist? We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended? Now being fat is beautiful? Name a thing that you can't do? Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42? Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird to the system, and now it's trendy to be triggered and pretend you're a victim. It's my race, it's my weight, it's because I'm a Christian. I hate the internet and anyone who has an opinion. And everybody angry if you say white. Okay, fine. Pass me the brush and I'll paint my face to the shades right. Let's talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo.
Wah, wah, wah.
Get better issues, we're gonna run out of issues. It's
So dumb.
I'm a hater because I can't relate to gay pride. Call me homophobic because I don't want to date guys. K-tight. I, for one, I'm not surprised the world declined along the way. Give trophies to children for losing just because they decide to play. We exercise our right to vote and hate the politicians. Ay, this is a democracy. It's partly your decision. Ay, this is weird. Feels like this a different year. If I identify as a female, then when my balls and penis disappear. Children want a gender switch and hating men is feminist. Depression and anxiety are trendy. We're too sensitive. Invented 80 genders. Mad the world is not accepting it. Then gave them more attention than normal women and men can get. What a contradiction, being human is so tragic. Focus on minorities, ignoring all the masses. Hallelujah, everyone. Activism saved the planet. No more plastic straws and paper, just paper straws wrapped in plastic. Congratulations. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all
So dumb.
People so stupid, people so dumb, people so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of issues, it's so dumb.
So it's like this guy, and to be honest, Zach, I mean, you look at him, he doesn't look like the most red-pilled messiah, but oh my gosh, like I got SKRO in the chat saying the song is bad, and I think he means like bad in a good way, like Michael Jackson, cause I'm bad, Shimon, like that's what he's talking about, really, really bad. I think that's what he's referring to. And anyone who wants to clip that, we'll make sure that can be available for 50 bits next week. And
This tan was needed,
not wanted. It wasn't wanted. Come on. And then we got Broken Freaking Neck. He says that this motherfucker shooting bars. And SK Rose saying who cares about turtles. But also, Zach, you listened to our good friend Dan Crenshaw. Did it blow your mind when he said that America has a trash system? We have plants, and we actually do stuff with our trash. 90% of
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These hooks got me scoring. See me coming from
afar. They say that 90% of the Earth's trash that's in the ocean is all from China. So here we are as Americans, like, oh, we need to do this, this, and this. It's like, we do. We have waste management. We have Republic Services. We have Athens.
Talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird.
And since this was Red Pill Night, I had to put that in there because I thought that was such a great line. Because, everyone.
So good.
Every nerd freaks out. Every nerd freaks out like, oh my gosh, they found life on another planet. And then it's like, whoa. Look, they're cells. They're not a baby. There's no human life there. It's such a good freaking point. And and it comes from this guy who's tatted up and looks ridiculous, and he just has bars, and I respect him. And then SK Rowe in the chat has confirmed. He said that this is not bad. He says that it's not bad. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, he says the song's not bad, but he also says it's bad. Like, yeah, this song is bad, brother. Like, he's also saying it like that. I got your back, SK Rowe. Yeah, like the beat is okay. It sounds to me though like this is Psychopathic Records. Like, to me, that's all I can hear. And for some reason, this guy's way bigger than I think Insane Clown Posse is right now. There's no way.
Tan was needed,
not wanted. Come on. Why did they ship him the wrong colored chair? Why would they send him the wrong colored chair? It's fucking so ridiculous.
COVID, bro. Somebody was half passed out, and they're like, he won't care.
Yeah, the warehouse has been understocked for like 6 weeks, and the guy who was supposed to come back is like, I'm getting that.
Just get the boxes out the door, damn it. I don't care.
Dude, I'm getting that sweet unemployed. I'm never coming back.
Crazy. It seems like a school shooting happens almost daily. The racism, rape culture, hatred that we're facing is way too ingrained for our hashtags to change it. We've become so lazy and complacent, afraid of our generation. We think activism's Instagramming memes and complaining. It's a problem when there's actually actions you could be taking, but you're triggered, so you just cry like a baby. Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? I swear to God they all want them.
You're so dumb.
People so stupid, people so dumb, people so boo-hoo, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's
So dumb. Yeah, this guy is way too red-pilled. He almost makes me like feel like I'm not red-pilled at all. Like, oh my gosh, like what have I been doing wrong my entire life? Like,
Tom McDonald. He's so white.
he's the whitest guy, and he doesn't have a rap name. Like, he's just Tom McDonald. Like, yeah, I'm a white guy. What do you want me to do? What am I supposed to be, Lil Dicky? No, I'm a white guy. Leave me alone. Like, he just owns it. He comes out and he just smashes it. And I mean, when I was scrolling through and I was watching people get beat up by each other, I was like, I was watching people attack each other at McDonald's, and then for some reason Tom McDonald popped up, and then it was like, uh-oh, how did this happen? How did we find this? Like, yeah, I was so happy. Like, I hadn't felt such joy in such a long time. But yeah, to hear this guy come out and just spit flames like that, it really did change my life. There's so many other things. So much red pill has kind of happened these past couple days. Like, it really has been like, oh my gosh, like how did we get to where we're at? How did we get Tom McDonald, the people are so stupid guy? Why was he the one who came in? Why is he the savior of all this? He just shows up and dominates with his, just that first verse alone, it like really is like, just crushes it, man. There's like nothing else you can say about it other than like, we finally have somebody who's like not afraid of cancel culture, because clearly if cancel culture was able to get this guy, he would have got. But this also made me kind of happy, because when you watch all of the reaction videos to this stuff, it's a majority of people who listen to regular hip-hop, whether they're black or white, but it's all just people that are like, this is great. People are way too offended. And I kind of was thinking, I was like, you know what? When you watch YouTube and you kind of see, when you get into that section of YouTube of people that are still like this, where it's like they're reacting to a hip-hop video, they're taking it for what it is. And I loved all of the black parents that were like, I hate it when they try and give my son a trophy for losing. He lost. Like, there's so many great reactions, because it's like, and then Tom McDonald even comments on a couple of these things. Like, he'll even comment like, out of all the shit I said, you were most triggered by them using plastic straws. like, you know, because everybody's triggered by it.
You don't actually do that.
Yeah, everybody has a different part in this song that's like gonna stick with them forever. Like, I think for me, just that opening, I mean, that line about abortion is like, wow. Like, how did it take this guy to come out and like convince me, or not even convince me because I was already on his side, but how did he give me like the best argument ever just because it rhymed? Like I gotta hear it again. Like, that's how good just that whole first verse is. Nathan Wella. Vleeties, we haven't forgotten you picking AJ Styles over Stone Cold Steve Austin. Maybe we're going to do a live version of The View tonight then, so we can watch we'll watch the top 25 greatest matches of AJ Styles, and we'll watch the top 25 of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hi, I'm praying that the world changes soon. Can get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me tooed. What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? We're all triggered and defensive. We're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended? Now being fat is beautiful. Name a thing that you can't do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42. Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird to the system, and now it's trendy to be triggered and pretend you're a victim. It's my race, it's my weight, it's because I'm a Christian. I hate the internet and anyone who has an opinion. And everybody angry if you say white. Okay, fine. Pass me the brush and I'll paint my face to the shades right. Let's talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird.
Legend Nathan. Nathan's trying to claim this guy's trash. I don't think he means Tom McDonald. He means somebody else. There's no way you can't listen to that and be like, dude, that was straight fire. Everything about it slaps. You know how some kids say that, Zach, when a song is good, they go, man, that really slaps. Have you heard that?
Yeah. Yeah, you remember the car I used to have? My car used to fucking slap, bro.
Oh, I thought it would boom. I thought it was like a Robbie E.
It was boom, where you red line every time.
I would be so nervous. Like,
remember, I got that sound ticket from 3 blocks away.
I remember one night you had it really loud, and we were like driving by a police officer, and you just kind of said, "Can't hear it."
This tan was needed, not wanted.
I think your excuse was, "Thank you so much for the sound alert." Yeah. Oh, the Ultimate Warrior. The Chiefs fans chanted Trump 2020. Bullshit. Come on, did that really happen? Like, I was even watching this. SKRO in the chat. I'll come to America and vote illegally. I'll vote red. Yeah, come on and vote, buddy.
Vote by mail. You don't need to be here. We'll send you a ballot.
Dude, you can use my mail-in, and then, or no, you can use like someone who just passed away will get you their ballot. No one will care. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get.
I'll get you my dog's ballot.
We need to get a clip of that Trump 2020. I wished at Tony Khan, when Tony Khan came out at All Out and was like, "Okay, guys, we need you to be hot. Don't say any curse words." I would have loved if the crowd was just like Trump 2020. Well, during the Hangman Page match, of course. It's funny, but I guess my next bit goes to the other side of that. But Black Lives Matter, Zach. All right, I don't know why I have to keep telling you people. It shouldn't be controversial. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's obvious that Black Lives Matter is obvious. So Black Lives Matter has a lot of these rallies, a lot of these protests. A lot of people go out there, show support. According to Patrick Mahomes, he loves it when he sees people of all races go out and peacefully protest. Now, I love that too, but I mean, it just doesn't happen as often as everyone wants us to think. So at a Black Lives Matter rally, and also there's a new group that I found that I really like is Black Voices for Change. Now they're Trumpers, so they actually go, Maddie Spice. Oh, it wasn't all out. I'm sorry, Maddie Spice. You're right. That was on Dynamite. So the feed needs to come out to people are so stupid. That should be him for sure. But so Black Voices for Change was at this rally, and of course there's a lot of Black Lives Matter people here as well. Because whenever Americans are trying to like party or have a good time, it seems like when people want to go to a motorcycle rally at Sturgis, South Carolina, suddenly the entire world shows up and goes, no, not at all. You guys will get to have fun. So let's take a look. So what I have here, Zach, and this is more woke, more red pill shit. I mean, this is all red tonight. Get ready, kiddos. This is a red show. If you have a problem with the red stuff, this one's not for you. The blue show's tomorrow night.
Do you see the tornado happening in my background?
No, I don't. I don't have your background up. I don't see shit right now.
Dude, so you just had hurricanes, right?
Way south. I mean, it's not. Here's the thing. It's not fair for me as somebody who lives in Dallas to say that I went through the hurricane. Like that wouldn't be appropriate.
You got a brush of it.
I didn't even get that.
We had 100-mile-an-hour winds here on Wednesday.
100 mile? Where you sit?
Dude, it blew in from Canada. That was the day it went from 95 degrees one day and it was 40 the next day.
Oh, they came in from Canada.
My work, Canada. He sensed it. But dude, people I know are like, yeah, I lost like 14 trees. They all blew over.
Jesus.
Like, Jesus.
That's a lot of trees. That's a lot of trees tipping over.
There's like 200,000 people without power.
Oh, well, luckily you're one of them. And I'm glad you're one of them. I'm glad you live in that neighborhood that always somehow has the power afterwards. I remember, I'm in the white neighborhood. For all my Jim and Emelos out there, I remember Gordon Hale, Ixtapa. He lived in New York at the time of Hurricane Sandy. And there's a great photo of him in Times Square, like everything's lit up and it looks awesome. And he has this thumb up and the caption is, "There's no water or power in my apartment." So he has to come to Times Square where everything's fine. New York is fine. Everybody look, it's okay. So I got to show this video. So this is great. This is, can you still see the video, Zach? This is Black Voices for Change going one-on-one with the great one, BLM. And I really enjoy this video because it's finally someone who, it's a black person who is very, very, he's passionate, okay? And he's going for it. And he's kind of just saying, like, look, guys, no. You know, he's kind of just done with it. He's done pretending to play the game of, you guys are here for Black Lives. You're not. You're here for some sort of political agenda, and you're not going to fool me. And here we go.
Yeah, we hate racists too. We love you. We hate racists too. We hate racists too. We hate racists too. We hate racists too, brother. Hey, after what happened last week, my bad. Wait.
This country.
You got a good shot.
Wait. 38.
Somebody who's steady calling a virus China virus.
It is from China.
Do you support
Wait, is that what you're?
Nathan Weller in the chat. I missed Edwards-Helaire had a touchdown. He's up to 118 rushing yards. Touchdown. And I'm just sipping on my throat coat, watching some BLM footage. These Thursday night games are going to be interesting. Maybe going forward, because Tuesday was not red pill night. Tuesday was Vleeties was almost dead night. So maybe there will be some football watch parties coming up very, very shortly.
It was the orange dye.
Oh, it had to be that salmon, by the way. So I did have meat. We'll get into it a little later, but I had meat today. So I don't know if I'm ever going back to being vegan, because I also thought, look, if I died from this, at least I ate meat on the way out.
Is that what you're worried about? No, is that what you're worried about?
There we go.
Okay. But is that what you're worried? I know.
Spanish flu. Is that
No, but you're worried. No, wait. You said you're worried about. Wait.
I'm getting annoyed.
Wait.
When I did watch this, I got annoyed by everyone else who was like interrupting the guy that we all want to talk, like hear from. We want to hear from Black Voices for Change, and then like every person that we already know the opinion of. Even Latinos. I feel like more Latinos.
Wait. No. You stop. Stop. It's like, just let somebody talk. God.
I feel like Latinos are more for Trump. I'm part of a group on Facebook called Mexit. It's Mexicans for Trump. And I know that the jury's out on if I'm full Mexican or not. But, dude, I love that fucking shit. Everyone in that page is so... And it, you know what it is? It's hardworking Americans. And they're all here, and they're doing their part, and they want to, they know that what they put into the system, they get back. So that's why they're all for Trump. It's like, no, I'm not messing with this shit.
The people who come over are the staunchest supporters, because they're like, this is what I've wanted my whole life. I just was a victim in the other group. Now I realize, like, no, it's possible.
Yeah.
So they're all about it. Like, once they realize... What's really
Trump has done so much positive for immigration, and that's what people don't understand. Like, he wants to build a wall to keep people out. It's like, no, he wants to build a wall to make sure that people who come in here legally. Like, it's such a simple thing that can easily be twisted incorrectly. That's what everybody believes, and that's why when I get into some conversations with with my Democratic friends or whatever, they believe things that aren't true. So it's hard to argue facts, because they don't care about facts. They just care about what did Biden say? The truth, not facts. Or we like the facts, not like they have their truth. Like, you can, it's like they're Vince Vaughn in Couples Retreat. I know my truth. Like, I know my truth. They're just steadfast that they know their own truth, and that's it. Like, they're gonna be fine. Like, no matter what. Like, I live by my code, and that's fine. This orange man bad. It's. Broken Freaking Neck says, what's up with JT? Is JT here? Is he in the chat? I don't think he's in the chat. I see him. Sorry, JT doesn't like when I go on these red pill rants, but it has to happen, JT. Watch this guy stand his ground.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question. You're worried about the guy that died last week. Where was all this when those 38 kids were killed in Chicago in July with the defund the police bullshit?
People die all the time.
No,
Oh!
You guys won't come out. You won't come out when babies die, but when a criminal gets shot, now that's when you're going to come out? 38 babies in July in Chicago. 38, yes. Where are you at? I can show you the faces. Yes, and I'm talking about it. What about who's killing those black babies? Who's killing those black? 10-month-old shot. 10-month-old shot around the corner of my...
Trump.
Trump.
Shot in south side of Chicago. This shit started in 2010. This shit started in 2010.
It's on the news. He got killed.
Thank you, bro.
The Pope, all that shit. It's all
In
bullshit.
2010,
Thank you, JT. Yeah, I was falling
Emanuel
apart.
shut down 50 schools in the south side of Chicago. The following year, it was more murders in the south side of Chicago than New York and
kids.
LA combined. So what do you mean am I talking about kids? That matters to me. Why does that matter?
What are we talking about kids for?
Yeah, so why are we burning shit down for one guy, but 38?
I have to go higher.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
I haven't seen nothing yet. Why are you threatening this stuff?
No.
What's the point for
You ain't seen nothing
Do you want to
yet.
live in garbage? Do you want to live
Nathan,
in
that
garbage?
that comment was not needed or wanted.
Yeah, Nathan, I don't know if that was needed or wanted, my friend. I think that
You're lucky you don't live in this country, bro.
You know what else you're lucky about is that you're not fighting me for that chicken. Because as a vegan, like, now that I'm eating chicken, I had chicken tonight, Zach. I just put boneless, skinless chicken breast in the air fryer, and I put it on 375 for 20 minutes. I made the
tan was needed, not wanted.
Thank you. So I made the juiciest tenders I had ever seen. They were so freaking good. Thank you, Nathan Willard. Tan was needed, and it wasn't wanted. We needed it. Come on, Staples. And I used a promo code.
They got one more time to kill
Let me see.
Okay,
wait.
I'm gonna do it early.
Okay,
I'm gonna do it early.
All right, what about, do you know George
I'm
Parker?
gonna do it early. They got
Do you know George Parker? Do you know George Parker? George Parker. Yeah. George Parker. Here, guys, here's some news. George Parker, he was killed. No one knows about him. Let me see here. Leslie King. No one knows. All this Chicago.
Just Chicago, by the way.
Look, all right. Ronell Durr, he was 21. Wait a second.
I'm close.
Oh, no one's talking about him, right? David Strutt, what? How come we're not talking about him? He's 30 years old. How are we
Dude,
talking
I love
about Aaron Moore,
the
huh?
black
That
dude
was
in the MAGA hat on the side.
Yeah, this
nodding.
guy over here he's holding his big Trump flag. He knows. These guys know. Like 30, what do you say? 38 kids, 38 people in Chicago alone. Just Chicago. I mean, we're not talking about Detroit or we're not talking about Skid Row in LA. Like there's all these other places in America that and we talked about this the other night, you and I, when we were done. Once we were off mic, I started talking about how, I unloaded on my aunt on Facebook because of just some comments she made. Like, there's no difference between a red state and a blue state. I was like, come on. Are you really saying that? Are you really trying to...
You know why she says that? She's living in a blue state her whole life.
She's in the bluest state in the world. And I was so shocked that was like an actual real thought she had. So I just went on a whole list. Let's go to Skid Row. Skid Row is in Los Angeles with a Democrat mayor. They also have a Democrat governor, Democrat senator, Democrat congressman. Let's move up to New York. Let's go to Nancy Pelosi's hometown. $20,000 ice cream collection. $20,000 ice cream collection, everybody in San Francisco. So if you ever had problems with the homeless in San Francisco, if you've had any problems with, I had a buddy whose apartment burned down, and he had, because the buildings weren't up to code. So, building burnt down, you lose all your stuff, you got to move out. We're not going to rebuild another building that you can stay at. But Nancy Pelosi's got $20,000 worth of ice cream. So San Francisco, poverty in the streets. We saw it. We let the fiend in. We all watched the video. It's Nathan. Well, justice for Cannon. Absolutely, little poor white kid gets shot in the head. And then people have the goal to go, I think it's pretty upsetting when people are saying justice for Cannon and not justice for Breonna. It's like, are you kidding? You can't. You got to do both. You have to compare them. Are you saying you're not going to say justice for Cannon because nobody said justice for Breonna? Or maybe the reason that little boy was killed is because the media really blew up this Breonna Taylor story without giving all the facts, without giving all the evidence. Now, I'm still on the side that Officer Hankinson does need to be arrested and charged. The other two, I do not think belong in prison. I think, honestly, the other two, I think, were justified the whole way. But the guy shooting...
They were shot at.
The guy, they were shot at. One got hit in the leg. They did their job. They missed the shooter, which is false flag scenario. So... JT in the chat, he just picked up a half pound of fire, so he's probably with us for the rest of the week. I think we can do this show for another 71 hours, and he'll be here. He's got half a pound. And why is he not sharing? I thought sharing was caring. We got to get to Ocala. But I'm just, when I go through these, here's when people try and say Trump handled COVID wrong. It's like, if Trump handled COVID wrong, why is why is Governor Cuomo writing a book about how well he handled it when 11,000 elderly people died in senior homes all across the state of New York? You can't...
Oh, because they covered that up, bro. They weren't elderly.
You can't say that he handled it bad, but this guy handled it good, even though the deaths are all the same. That's not how it works. And then all these... The Woodward tapes that came out today. Oh, my goodness. The world's falling apart. It's on fire. No. Trump is saying what we all knew. He's telling this reporter, here's what I know, and it coincides. That's why when I hear all my liberal friends who post these fake stories, if they just watched one episode of the Ben Shapiro show, if they watch one episode of the Michael Knowles show, one episode of Matt Walsh, and listen to an episode of Hold These Truths with Crenshaw, because all of this stuff is reported so poorly by the media. And everyone's race baiting. Everybody loves to get a headline. They're about those tasty clicks. But I can't imagine. I watched a YouTube video about hashtag walk away. All of the liberals that are walking away from the Democratic Party because they're starting to realize, oh wait, they just lie to me the entire time. The Republicans are actually the ones doing things that I agree with. Donald Trump's the first president to openly support gay marriage from his first term. It took Barack until his second term to come around and change his mind. Trump came in no, the gays are keeping their rights. The gays are people too. I'm not putting them in camps.
They're going to put me in camp.
They're put me in a camp. Yeah, they thought Mike Pence was going to put everybody in a camp in Georgia. Is that... Come on. Who told you that was going to happen? Joe Biden said they were going to put the black people back in chains. Let's stop pretending that Like, look at a Trump rally. Look at the boats. Look at the party. We're all kicking ass and having a great time. Do you think there's any sort of bigotry happening there? Well, I'm fucking down. Let's get some ice cold Bud Light and just fucking party, bro. Like, let's say bro a lot. Let's cut the sleeves off. Let's do some shit. I'm wearing sleeves tonight and it's restricting. So, shocking. But yeah, let me wrap this video up because it almost ends in tears. Like, it ends with this guy's just naming names that nobody gives a shit about because the news doesn't tell you to care about it. Because Kamala Harris doesn't tell you to care about it. Did Kamala Harris go and visit the families of these people? No, but she went and saw Jacob Blake. She went and saw an accused rapist who I'm 100% sure put that finger up in that vagina. That's such a detailed story. That's almost like I gave him a blowjob under the under the Resolute desk in the Oval Office. That did not happen. Yes, it did. Come on. Wake up, America. This is it.
All July, what we got? Oh my God, this is 17-year-old Anderson. Let me see what else. Oh, we got a 16-year-old. I can't say his first name, but he's the last name Anderson. 16 years old. No, where were you guys? Oh, nowhere. 19-year-old Ambrose, that's me. Look at Ambrose, 17. 15 years old, Ambrose. Nothing. All July. What else we got? 18-year-olds.
And like, where did the BLM people go?
Nothing. We didn't see you guys there. Anything. Wait a minute. Who else? Oh, wait. We got Alvarado, 16. See, all July. 16-year-old. Wait a minute.
Wait it.
Oh, we got Tanika. 20 years old. All July. Hold on. Wait. Oh, we got Bond, 20. Bond's 20. Now, all July. Wait, who else do we got? We got Robert, 19. He's 19 years old. All July. Who else we got? We got Lauren. Right here, 14-year-old boy. Hey, Damon. Damon looking good.
You're right. That other guy in the corner, though, is the best.
Where are we? Because I'm waiting for you guys.
The hype man.
Because I'm down to fight the power too, but if y'all ain't getting out for these people either, where are we? Where are we? This shit is fake. It's selective. This shit is fake and you're being used. Oh, another 18-year-old. Another 18-year-old dead. Another 19-year-old black male. Black boy. Dead. Before he's 21, 11-year-old black boy. Dead. Where's LeBron?
Where's LeBron?
NBA ain't shutting out for none of this shit. I'm done.
There you have it.
That guy fucking gets it, man. That's why when you hear about the oppression, it's like Joel Patrick had an awesome post. I should go look at what Joel Patrick said, but it's just another one of these circumstances where like everybody has this oppression, and Joel Patrick is black, and he even says like, no, look, I've never been oppressed. Like, he's constantly exposing Black Lives Matter because he is a black man, and he's just saying, no, look, none of this is true. None of it's true. You know, I think he even recorded himself being pulled over by the police one time, and it was just like, here you go, officer. Here you go, officer. And then, you know, they exchanged a couple words, and that was it. It was an easy, all right, peace out, brother. Like, it might as well have ended with a peace out, brother. Like, that's how, like, just easy it went. Like, I'm so shocked that, like, and I'll just bring up the photo that he put, but he's selling shirts right now. As a black man, his shirt says, I am not oppressed, because no, he doesn't live by that mentality. He's a free man, and he knows it. He celebrates it. He makes terrible rap music that I support because I support his message. I support the movement. And I think that he's a good person. If I've ever met him, I would thank him for what he's doing. Because he's trying to show people, like, look, you can get yourself out of poverty. You can get yourself out of your own mind state. It's all mental. Look at his shirt. I am not oppressed. White people who never owned a slave have no responsibility to pay reparations to black people who never experienced slavery. And that's Joel Patrick saying that. That's not Donald Trump. That's not the KKK. That is a black man who has done everything he can to embrace this country. Joel Patrick rules. Hodge twins rule. Like, it's just weird, like, you know, and Joel Patrick will tell you, he gets called an Uncle Tom all the time. Like, you know, he's an Uncle Tom. The Hodge twins are Uncle Toms. Like, that's, everybody gets
Candace Owens.
Yeah, Candace Owens is a white supremacist. Like, they get all these labels attached to them. But it's, you know, because it does seem like that other party, the Democratic Party, leans so heavily on labels. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the reason why there's so much gender confusion in the world right now, is because everybody wants their own label. It's like, we're running out of these labels, man. Like, when there's all of, like, when you don't fit that label and you start looking for your own label, like Joel Patrick just says, I'm an American. He never says anything else. Like, I'm an American. Like, am I black? Sure. But I'm an American. I'm a black American. Sure. Like, but it doesn't, you know, he never says African American. He's never been to Africa. He said, I've never been there. I don't know. Why would I be African American?
I've been there more than he has.
Yeah, you've been there plenty of times. You're the authority on Africa. Like, he should be asking you all the hot spots to go. So, and however, I am seeing, maybe it is just the way my newsfeed works, but I do think the world is kind of starting to wake up, and by the world I mean America.
Yeah.
But this was another great video.
Let me before you get too far on the identity thing, man, because they do identity politics. That's like the Democrats' thing, and it's the most frustrating thing to me because whether it's a gay person, a black person, anybody that subscribes to identity politics, like you can't talk to them because that's become their identity. So if you talk about it like that, you're attacking them as a person. You're not attacking what they think. You're attacking who they believe they are, which just makes it impossible to talk about anything.
Yeah.
And the only thing that used to unify us was being American, because we're all freaking different. Even the states are different. So once you say F America and it's more important that you're black first or that you're gay first, then that's when it all falls apart, man.
And that's an outstanding point where, yeah, it is like everybody's so desperate for their label. Like, nobody really cares about, like, I think even Kid Rock said it. Kid Rock brought out, he said something at WrestleMania about he wanted to body slam some Democrats. And everybody started booing him, and he said, we're human beings first and Americans second. So let's find some common ground and get along. And it's so strange that he said that one thing and he turned the entire, now here's my favorite part. He turned the entire wrestling audience around again. He brought us all back. We were all like, yeah, why are we even worried? Fuck it. Kid Rock, let's go, baby. Let's do it. I was born free too. So absolutely, like, Kid Rock gets it. And it is strange that, yeah, if someone said like we're human beings first and Americans second, or even if he said like we're human beings first and whatever gender we are second, like, it doesn't work for people. People want them, like, people are so, no, and was that Crenshaw today? I think it was. It was another video I was watching, but it was just about gender identity and not being sure. Like, if you're a man who thinks you're a woman, you might want to think twice, because you actually don't know what a woman feels like because you've never been a woman. So, and you might just go, I feel like I should be in a woman's body. It's like, you might feel that way, but that's not how women feel. Like, there's never going to be that equal. And it's funny thing I was listening to wasn't like an educated man or anything. He was just kind of spitting his truth. And we trust truth over facts here on Vleeties. And he was saying that, he was just talking about you have a masculine side and a feminine side, and it's up to you to be able to use both of those within whichever gender you are. So, as a man, yeah, I know here's my masculinity, but then here's my femininity, where it's like, I'm mostly vegan, I like Legally Blonde, I drink Truly every once in a while, and then masculine is like, I like football for no reason. Like, my boss and I were talking, we had a conference call today. Dude, we were just talking about football for like 10 minutes, and the person we were in the meeting with was like, do you guys want to talk about ocean freight or what? I was like, I guess. I guess we
have to.
I guess we could talk about ocean freight. I was kind of enjoying the non-ocean freight conversation. But whatever you want to talk about, Sally, let's get into it. But no, this absolutely, so this story, which I really enjoyed as well, because I bring up that I think America's starting to wake up. I think that even people that are hearing constantly that, hey, you're a black person, the police hate you. I think even those people are kind of starting to go like, nah, let's chill out on that a little bit.
Dude, did you hear the Reverend did a 180?
Yeah, Al Sharpton. I got to play that clip as well. He came out and shocked the world too. He pulled a he pulled a Malcolm X on us. It's like, why are all these black martyrs suddenly the most red-pilled fucking people ever? Like, dude, like, it sounds good for. I'll play that audio in a little bit, but yeah, I want to bring this up on the big screen first. But I wonder, like, if this is going to be happening more. So we have an African American resisting arrest, and
do
I know what he's arrested for? No, I don't, and I can't pretend that I do. But I just know that he's trying to be subdued by this police officer, and it's not going well. So, and I hope and I believe that this could be a new trend as far as like, okay, I see this police officer struggling to arrest an African American. Maybe this is a better approach than to what happened with George Floyd, where it was like, officer, you need to put a knee on the back of his head. Like, no. nobody intervened. You know, it was kind of just like everybody kind of watched stupidly. I would have said something to that Asian guy who was like, stand back. I'm like, can you get out of the way? Can you get out of the way? Because I'm going to go save this man's life. He's clearly being, like, destroyed. Let's go ahead and make sure that he doesn't get harmed. So, Zach, if you can... Oh, I didn't share it with you. Shit. You can see it on the stream.
You're fine. Yeah, I'll watch it on Twitch.
It'll come up in, like, 10 seconds after I say it. But we have a man who's being subdued by the police, and right now the tactic is being used. Knee on the back. Yeah, I need to use... One of my limbs has to put weight on you so you don't spring up and get out of here like you're Shawn Michaels. You know, there's got to be some sort of move that I can use. I need some sort of a tactic. And I really like what happens in the next 90 seconds of this video because I kind of think this is a sign that we are waking up to what's happening.
All right, we got you. I'm just saying, man. Right here, all right. We got you. All right, yo. Y'all want to help out? Nah, we just... Nah. Just get off his back. I'm just saying, help us out. You need some help? Yeah. I'm just saying, though, bro. Just get off. Get off. He's lying. He's lying.
Hey, you're gonna help him?
He's lying. Hey, don't do all.
I do like the initial reaction of the guy who was about to get arrested. It's like, no, he's lying. No, come on, help me out, guys. Don't let this happen to me. I don't know what the crime was, but I mean, look, and you can even see in the video on the still that I have, he's been tased. You can see that they've shot him with those little strings that apparently are supposed to electrocute you, but they only work on white dudes in The Hangover. Like, are these things useless? Is it time to reinvent?
Did you see the video I sent you?
No. Did somebody
I put it, I think, in the red faction.
Okay.
It was the, it's a suicide by cop that happened, like, recently.
Uh-oh.
And the dude's, he's holding a knife and starts charging at the cop, and the cop shoots him 7 times, and he's still running at him.
Uh-oh.
And he kind of like backs off, and then they try to tase him, and he jumps one of the other cops with the knife to his throat.
Jesus.
And he gets him on the ground, and they shoot him like 5 more times before he actually stops.
What do we need?
I posted, and I was like, Vleeties, this is why you gotta shoot him 7 times.
Do we need rubber bullets? Like, what do we need? What's it gonna take? I don't know what it's... The only time a rubber bullet ever...
That honestly might be more effective. I mean, it hurts way more.
Yeah, it doesn't puncture the skin. I mean, that might be what we have to start doing. However, imagine you're a cop with a rubber bullet gun and you hit a guy and he just kind of keeps coming at you. Suddenly it's like, like he's going to be like Buzz Lightyear. I'm going to set my weapon from stun to kill. Like, it's going to have that moment. Maybe that will be, maybe that's what we're going to lead to is the Galactic Alliance.
Or no, yeah, they should. Yeah, here we go. This is policy reform right here. Every cop, the first 2 bullets in his gun are rubber bullets no matter what. And then after that, they're real. So you got 2 warning shots before you get the live action.
Yeah, if you're walking away from the police as they're trying to arrest you and you reach into your car and you get hit point blank with a rubber bullet, now you're like, holy shit, ow, no.
So I remember when Johnny Knoxville got shot with the beanbag.
Oh, that was wicked gnar. Yeah, they needed, and I said wicked gnar the correct way. I don't know why that was the first reaction I had, but it was wicked gnar. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, maybe we don't. Maybe that's a great fucking call. Why are we not 2 rubber bullets in the chamber? 1 cough, give him a little COVID, and then, yeah, I think that's reform. Write a letter. Who are we writing a letter to?
Bro, chill out. Just chill out, man. They gonna put the handcuffs on. They go the handcuffs right there. Get the handcuffs right there. We can't get that arm. Yeah, he don't want to give us his arm, man. Give me your arm, bro. Give me your arm, man. Look, man, record this. I'm gonna get his arm. Record this.
Nathan Weller's gonna play the Fiend song. There's some other videos. Oh shit! I took the video off. I'm gonna get the video back of the lady with the Dakota Poland says we should have 2 rubber bullets and then drowning pool. if you survive, you get the drowning pool. Yeah, this arrest was actually in Houston. I see the Houston PD patch. I see the Houston on the back. But yeah, I mean,
when you're in this position, what are you expecting? You're not going to get away. Why are you fighting?
I don't know.
I don't get it. You think you're going to pop out and just sprint?
We need a black person here. That's the only problem, is because the answer that I always get is that the system is racist and that black people feel like they don't have a fair shake. So if they get into the court system, it's going to ruin their lives. Meanwhile, nobody knows what he did before this. For all we know, he was trying to he could have punched a woman in here and then run away. Like, I don't know what he did in here, but he's getting arrested. Just cooperate. If you're innocent, you're innocent. And I know that the system is flawed. That's what everybody wants to tell me, is that it's a system that's built on racism. Like, that bullshit book that I am never going to finish, that Jason made me read, had the balls to say that America pretty much is responsible for racism. We invented it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? We invented white supremacy? Yeah, I need to get the video of the crazy chick running out with a knife at the police officer. I'll get that one. We'll play that next. That shit was nuts.
Did they forget when England conquered the entire world?
That's what I'm wondering. Is like, why would she write something so stupid in a book? Like, I don't get. People are so stupid.
Or when the sun never set on the Roman Empire because it stretched so long.
I don't get it. I don't
People
know.
have quit reading history before like 100 years ago.
And that's what's scary, is that this Robin DiAngelo, she gives speeches at colleges for like 20 grand. Like, people pay a lot of money, and a lot of their tuition money goes to having this lady come and tell them why they're racist. But it's like, wait, you're like completely wrong all the time.
Look, I'm gonna get his arm. We got a knife on. Do we got a knife on? We haven't found him. Come on, give me your arm.
This guy's a better cop than the cops. Does he got a knife?
I just don't want you to get hurt. Yeah. Come on.
His hand's all bloody.
Grab his arm. I don't want you to get hurt, man. I don't want you to get hurt, bro.
Cuff him. Let him move, man.
I just don't want him to get hurt. Thanks, guys. Hold on. You got it?
Yeah.
Roll him over. Come on.
Okay, reach on top, man.
Hey, come here, sit up, man. Sit up. There you go.
My taser broke off. So you're fine.
Taser broke off. Shit was going crazy. And, you know, it takes a village sometimes, but they were able to arrest this man. And what I really enjoyed about it was, you know, the stereotype would be, and you know I'm all about defy stereotypes. That's why I listen to Gangsta Grass. One thing I really like about that is he is, like, the stereotype would be all these people are around, all these people of color are around, these BIPOCs are all around, and they're like getting mad at the police. But no, these guys were like, look, just get arrested. Like, look, you done goofed. You fudged up. It's time, you know, you're going to get arrested. What do you want us to do? Attack the police for you? No, you committed a crime. Like, you know, and these guys did what I believe is the right thing. This guy, jeez, this guy, you know, Tony Dungy hates this, according to Kevin in the chat. There's no halftime show. Is that what's going on? But yeah, it's I really did get like inspired by this video. Like, wow, it's so cool to see everybody in the community helping out to arrest a criminal. It doesn't matter what anyone's race is. And one of my liberal friends shared some story on Facebook about how offensive it used to be to say that she didn't see color. You know what I mean? Like, people of color don't like when you pretend that you don't see color. And I just thought that was like, wait, what do you mean? What are you trying to tell me?
What do you want us to do? Yeah, what?
Yeah, what am I
What do you want us to do?
Am I supposed to just what? Like,
you can't win. There's no winning here.
There's no winning. Yeah, I want you to you want to be treated equally and fairly, but you want me to celebrate, you know, you want me to be, I don't know. And I love, you know, and I love the differences in black and white culture. I mean, I have fun with my friends all the time. And that's what's funny is they say, like, no, we know you're not racist. And it's like, well, most white people aren't. But, you know, sometimes there's differences in our race and differences in our culture that are funny and need to be brought up. And I think I've told this story on the pod before, and I don't know if we have any people of color in the chat tonight. But I'm just throwing it all out there. There's got to be one in there, I promise. At least 13%. Nathan Willis says that the Chiefs are up 31-13. But what I was going to say was I went over to my friend's house, right? We were going to watch some basketball. I love basketball, right? I know that I was supposed to boycott with all my Trumpers. I love basketball, man. I'm not going away. And he ordered Pizza Hut. Now, I have not had Pizza Hut in a very long time. Now, the pizza was great. I will admit I enjoyed it. But the next time I ordered pizza, I did not order Pizza Hut. A few weeks later, my friend comes over. A different black friend comes over. And he brings some pizza. He brought Pizza Hut. And I was like, man, he didn't even ask me where I wanted pizza from. He just kind of knew to get Pizza Hut. And my other friend who originally brought the Pizza Hut was here. Xavier was here. Jordan brought more Pizza Hut. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? So in my head, I'm like, this must be a black thing. Like, this is a black thing. NBA draft. My friend Jeff invites me over. He's like, hey, man, I'll order some pizza. Yeah, come over. And he doesn't drink, so he's like, can you just bring some soda or something? I was like, yeah, I'll bring some Coke Zero. And I show up, and there's a mountain of Pizza Hut. And I ask him, I need to know now, before I eat this fucking pizza, is Pizza Hut a black thing? And he just laughs. He's like, what do you mean? And I go, you, Xavier Jordan, only eat Pizza Hut. I've hung out with you guys 3 different occasions where I'm only seeing Pizza Hut. If it happens more than twice, it's no longer a coincidence. Black people love Pizza Hut. And they all laugh. And is it racist? I don't think it's racist. I think it's observational. I think it's a point.
Wasn't that what comedy was based on for a long time? Is stereotypes don't always have to be negative. Like, it's not a bad thing. Stereotype is a stereotype because it happens.
Oh, yeah. They bring up white things that I do. Like, when I buy, like, alkaline water, they're like, oh, what are you buying that fake water for?
Why are you wasting your money on that?
They're like, they point it out to me like fucking white people with their fancy ass water. Look, it's pH balanced. It's good for me. It's good for my skin. I really enjoy it. Like, otherwise I'm drinking tap water, and then they're like, yeah, tap water. You know, like, to them, tap water is the normal stuff. Bottled water is a step up, but, like, there's never any reason to buy, you know, the brand name water. But this water is from the tap, and it's actually pretty good. It's got the perfect level of arsenic in it. If you go to, like, knowyourwater.org, you can find out what you're actually consuming. But there are differences in the races, and I think there needs to be a level of having fun with it. It can't be all bad, and it can't be all like, what? Like, you can't, like, it's racist to assume that, or it's racist to do this. Like, some stereotypes are positive, like all Asians are good at math. You think is any Asian gonna denounce that stereotype? No, they're gonna run with it forever. They love it. For Nathan Weller, I gotta find that video real quick of the lady trying to stab the police officer, or she does stab, because yeah, it was like nuts. And then we'll play the Fiend song with it because it kind of fits. Yeah, it was nuts. But yeah, I think that there are differences in races, but instead of being offended and everybody call Blowjob Sunday. What? What did you say? Blowjob Sunday. What? So yeah, it's this video here. So let me pull this up for Nathan Weller, because this shit was scary. I was like, are you serious? Like, how does this...
Dude,
go ahead.
Since we're on the topic, I highly suggest Ronnie Chang on Netflix.
Who's Ronnie Chang?
Straight up from China, and he does a full 2-hour stand-up on Asian stereotypes. That's hilarious.
There's some Indian guy that I've been kind of listening to just on clips. Oh, JT just put Sad Pizza Day on Twitter, and I'm looking at a picture of him. He looks so sad. It's burnt. JT, call one of your black friends. They're going to bring Pizza Hut. That's just how it works. It's not a racist thing. It's just the truth. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't know I was shattering walls. But, yeah, and I'll get all 3 of my friends on here, and they'll all say that. Like, I don't know why. And then I'll even say, like, why don't you guys ever order Papa John's? I'm like, I don't know. Papa John's is all right. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, whatever. Like, it's not my favorite. Like, I mean, if you like it, whatever, I'll eat it. But, you know, I don't want that garlic shit they give you with it. I'm like, what? Like, nothing about it.
Like, I'd take shots of that.
Yeah, I'm like, I order extra. Like, if I'm ever, like, $1 away from getting the delivery, you know, you have to have, like, $11 for delivery. I just throw, like, 6 garlics. I'll just use them on, like, a sandwich or something later. Because they're vegan. They're made out of soybean oil. You just eat them all fucking day. So I'm, like, shocked that there's human beings out there that pretend to not like the garlic sauce. So let's check this out. Sometimes videos are really scary, and this one legit made me go, ah! Like, this is a real...
This tan was needed,
not wanted. It was needed, not wanted. Blowjob Sunday. We do need a blowjob. We need that guy, Kevin. We got to get the Blowjob Sunday guy's face on here.
Around 5:30 in the afternoon when Officer E. Meckling arrives.
Oh, there's like voices on. I don't want to hear the guy talk. I want the raw data, bro. I want that raw.
What happened to the Fiend music?
Don't worry. It's not on yet. Can I get second? I'm so stupid.
Y'all so stupid. Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them, y'all so dumb. People so stupid, people so dumb, people so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues, it's so dumb.
Yeah, thank you so much for the sounders. Blowjob Sunday. That's got to be a sounder. We got to get that up quick. I know that's before your time.
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar.
Got me scoring. See me
coming from afar. Rabbi France. I never need an advance. This guy was clearly knocking on the door for Blowjob Sunday. I mean, that's true. That's got to be true. Is this pure body cam footage?
Dead. It begins with an officer.
I don't want it to have a guy telling me what's happening, but I guess that's what we're gonna have to settle for. I saw it on like Facebook or Live Leak, one of the two. I can just mute that video. We don't even need audio for that one.
I've done some dumb things. I'll do dumb things again.
Watch this shit. Fucking charges her with a knife. Throws the knife on the ground. And then decides, you know what? I'm going to go get it again.
Later.
Nathan Weller, oh my God. And, yeah, she's going to charge the cop with a knife.
This is not good. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Tell me she pops back up like the Fiend. Well, that guy's got the big gun. Sometimes I hate that song like works that well. Like I know it's supposed to be like some wrestler song, but holy shit, like that lady let in the Fiend. She ran out like a crazy maniac. And holy shit. Did you hear about Sage Steele, by the way? Are you kidding me? They took her off of like SportsCenter because she's not black enough.
What?
Yeah, so she was kind of protesting, like she's not a big Black Lives Matter supporter. She's like, I don't know, that that's what's frustrating. Is she
got canceled?
She's not oppressed. Yeah. She's not oppressed, so she's like, I don't really know. I don't know. I don't feel like I've been oppressed. I've had a pretty good career. I think I'm doing a great job. And Quigley in the chat says that Sage Steele is the porniest sounding name he's ever heard in his life. And yeah, it is a very porn sounding name, but I do remember getting ready for, I don't know, it must have been college, but getting ready to leave for school and to be watching Sage Steele, it would do things to you. And that's not a Me Too movement thing. I'm just saying. It's just what it is. But yeah, Let's check this out. This
Evan in the chat, now she's oppressed.
Yeah, exactly. Now she is. Oh, she wasn't oppressed before, but she didn't have a tough childhood. She's never had systemic racism. She's a beautiful lady. She got a job doing what she always wanted to do, commentate sports. And then they take her off NBA coverage because she's not a big Black Lives Matter supporter. She doesn't want to tell people to vote for Joe Biden. So it's like, what? You don't want to vote for this guy? And then she says, well, he's done some dumb things and he'll do dumb things again. And that was enough for her. She didn't feel the need. I got another one for Nathan Weller. I think this will be a new thing we do frequently. We just play this song.
What the hell?
Los Angeles, bro, right?
This reminds me of those.
Let's go bodies, bro. Look at all look at the random white dude about to load up his pickup truck. It's like, what the hell is happening? This guy's puffing out his chest a lot, like he's trying to look bigger than he is. Kevin, hands up, boys. Oh, that one got him good. Who's recording this? That guy's got his dog. I'm out of there, dude. I don't know how you're still hanging around this. That's it? Like, there's no clear winner. They just kind of go, howdy, boys. Great show, boys.
That's how they watch UFC.
Great show, boys. We'll catch you next time. Awesome. I don't have any fights for you. Wow. Yeah, Kevin in the chat. Best fight ever. That does make fights sound a little better, right? Now, what I don't like.
Have you ever seen the convict fights? That it was kind of like the bum fights thing back in the day, where they got these guys that straight out of prison and paid them like $100 each to just have a prison fight, basically. But they took it to the next level where they did like 2-on-2 fights where they had nunchucks and shit.
That thing makes me so mad. I don't know why that makes me.
Dude.
That makes me sad for America. That it's like there's some people out there that are like, hey, you know, it's a great business idea. It's like there's some people out there who are inventing the iPhone. There's some people that are making water like more safer to drink. You know, they're filtering it new, affordable ways. And then there's people that are like, what if we got 2 people straight out of prison and we gave them Singapore canes?
This is reform, bro, because don't they get $50 in a bus ticket when they leave? They're getting more from these guys than they get from when they get out of prison.
Yeah, but they got to fight. They got to fight for it. They got to commit another crime because fighting is a crime.
They're fighting every day.
Well, is there an athletic commission that's sanctioning these brawls you're talking about? Because it doesn't seem like there is.
I think it's just a dude with a couple cameras. But you got Rufus up, bro.
No.
This one's got some drinking involved.
Yeah. Drank his own pee for $100.
Oh, is that for real? You've seen this?
Yeah, I own the Bum Fights DVD.
Yowie, wowie. What the fuck? What is happening?
Ragdoll. Dude, these guys made a ton of money going around and paying bums $10 to roll down a hill. That's Rufus. That's the boy.
Rufus.
Rufus with 2 O's.
Oh! Come on! Alright, I didn't want to watch this. I wanted to watch some organic brawling. I like organic brawling. I don't know what the hell this is. This is inhumane.
You gotta watch Bum Fights.
Kevin told me to check my DMs. Now, does that mean on Twitch? Or what does that mean? Does he mean on Discord?
On all your platforms.
Yeah, I know. There's so many platforms. Now I gotta go through. Kevin's probably got a video that we have to watch. I got a message from Kevin Cool. It says, oh, Street Beefs. I have watched Street Beefs before. Now, this one is a little more legit. Now, this guy looks like the Taibo instructor. Well, let's pull this up, and let's go ahead and see if the Fiend syncs to Street Beefs. Have you ever watched Street Beefs on YouTube? They actually have what seems like a semi-legitimate thing going on. A little bit more legitimate than what you were just talking about. I had the bum fights.
I have the DVD to this day.
I can't believe you own.
I don't.
You supported them.
I probably would somewhere.
You supported them fiscally. You had to just let them. You had to make they made the money off of you. So let's get this rolling, And let's get back to the Fiend, because I think this will be the first one that'll sync. I'm gonna start this one from like near the beginning. Oh, Metallica. Kill them all, bro. Oh, there's a kid there? I don't want to watch this. And Richard Sherman's in the background?
You watch their dad die right now.
Kevin says we need to watch their promos. Okay, let's watch the promos.
Always use protection.
Yeah, once they get ready, once they put fist up, that's when you gotta start the Fiend.
All right.
Who I am. I'm back again. Here for another
Back
street
again,
beat.
Luda.
Represent Cave Boxing.
Prodigal Son fighting out in the
Got the
corner
kinetic
boxing.
tape
Home
and
of the
everything.
Demon Boys. 8-1 in the yard. Ready to try to go 9-1. It's gonna be a hard fight.
Hell yeah, it is.
Street Beefs back with a nice boxing
wearing
match
gloves.
here. But first, for safe internet.
Because it's kind of sanctioned. That's what I was trying to say. It's like it's kind of like, I know that it looks like they put some rent fences up in their backyard and said that we're gonna have an octagon, but
Well, I mean, they did. That's what it is.
they did that. Yeah, they did that. I know it looks like that, but they did that. And Kevin, by sanctioned, I mean like this guy right here who also has an auto parts company. He is just kind of organized. I mean, look, there's like banners and shit all around. Like they're trying a little bit. PrivateInternetAccess.com, like they know what they're doing.
Browsing.
Now,
Always use
are these guys
protection.
independent
Private
contractors?
internet access. In this corner, we got Ox. He's 2-1 in Satan's
Why is he wearing this fucking thing? This is come on. You don't need to wear that.
backyard. And in this corner, we got Prodigal Son. He's 8-1 in Satan's backyard.
He doesn't want to give his real name because it's actually
Satan's backyard.
He's actually like a dentist.
Woo! Be safe, fellas. Fight hard.
All right, I fight hard. Now let's fight real fucking hard. All right, and you know what that means. You know what we need? Not the Karrion Kross theme. How did I even do that? How did I hit that button?
Oh, it's gonna work.
Uh-oh. Why does he have a Kill 'Em All shirt, but it's got Ride the Lightning on the back? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go, bros.
Ooh.
No, give it a chance.
I feel like there might be a one-punch knockout coming.
I know, right? Oh, he worked that jab hard. These guys are actually pretty talented. I was expecting to see a little bit of a street beef. There we go, uppercut. There we go, last chance. Get it, boys. Oh! Now these guys are like trained in combat, right? They actually seem like they kind of knew what they were doing. I respect.
I'd
those
rather
guys.
watch Hagler Hearns.
Well, this is a long video. I mean, they go the distance, it looks like. Yeah, no knockout. We need a knockout. You know what we need is bus driver uppercut. You ever seen bus driver uppercut?
Oh, I might have.
You going to jail now? You never seen that?
I might have.
Get
off my bus.
All right, hold on. Yeah, this might be the one. Because I think you can still kind of see what's about to happen. But bus driver uppercut's a classic. She won't act like a man. Fiend's getting up. Boo!
You've angered him. That's gender equality right there. How is she not dead?
Dude, I don't know. That's an uppercut though. Like I feel like that's never my go-to. That's like never my go-to punch. Is like, let me throw this uppercut, bro. Like, I mean, he really like landed it perfectly. Like I love the. Let's watch it with the audio for those who haven't seen it.
Okay, well bring him, nigga. Bring your mammy up here, bitch, and I'll beat her ass too. Oh shit, nigga, I dog that hoe too, nigga.
Look like somebody that sliced your face up.
Oh, you motherfucker.
You look like somebody sliced your face up. So she punches him.
Okay, what's up, nigga? You going to jail?
Man. Has anyone we need the video I sent you the other week where we don't know if it was a guy or a girl that got punched. That's true. Where like that one soy person got punched and we were like, what happened there? Was that a man or a woman? There's other topics to get to tonight other than fucking watching people get beat up to the Fiend music, which is the new show we're gonna be hosting on Discord.
Her parents somewhere across the country clutched their chest when that happened because they felt it.
Dude, how gnarly was that? I mean, the like he just walked up so nonchalantly and so confidently, and literally like, in my bet, Kevin, one more. It was like he just
had a worse concussion. Her or Matt Hardy.
Oh, dude, I think she wore the Matt Hardy concussion pretty good. What about the leg sweep? Let's watch the guy. What's that Vegas leg sweep pool? I just like when I type and search. Like that's how I talk. I just talk while I'm in a search bar. Vegas leg sweep pool. And it's like a. Come on, be the first thing that pops up. Be the first video, because it's like a fucking a guy does it to a girl. Guy. Man, these are all like real videos. I'm looking for like some bullshit. I don't want you guys to show me how to do a leg sweep. Make sure you keep your hands on the ground and keep your balance. Like, no, I want like, because Bill Burr did a commentary of it. Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. No, I can't find it. You know what? You know what the thing about YouTube and the internet is? Once there's any violence to women, they make sure that shit gets scrubbed. They're not
Let's play the Ray Rice video.
No, because we're gonna put. You know what? I gotta say before I find the video that I want, I am very very shocked that the NFL didn't have a bunch of protest stuff going on the helmets, on the jerseys. Like I saw the word "vote" in the end zone, but that's really all that I saw.
That could go either way too, by the way.
Well, yeah, vote, yeah, and especially when you're in Kansas City and the crowd's chanting Trump 2020. Nathan Weller in the chat says a Kimbo Slice video. I need to see. I'm gonna go to Google. Maybe Google's the only one who's like knows what I'm looking for, because for some reason DuckDuckGo is pretending to be asleep and not understanding that sometimes I want to watch somebody get their legs swept by a man. And it was not like a pool. He was like trying to dance with her or something, but man leg sweeps woman. Woman is the proper nomenclature. I think I'm supposed to put girl, right? Bill Burr called it the video of the year. Maybe we could just watch it.
The video of the year.
Act ghetto. She's like, what? And throws the empty plastic cup down on the ground like.
Nah, this isn't the one, Bill. There's a better one than this, Bill Burr. This is girl gets leg sweep. Oh, it's the same video, but at least it's not Bill Burr. So let's bring this one. It's all fuzzy though. Dude, the video that I'm talking about is so legendary. Why won't the internet let me find it? Is violence against women that bad? We're celebrating a rapist. We're putting his name on our helmets at practice. Come on. I thought we kind of got over women. Isn't that what...
How come nobody said Ray Rice's wife's name?
What's her name? I don't even know her name.
I don't know.
It's because she stuck.
Exactly.
It's because she stuck with him. She should not have stuck with him. And I think that is the problem. Do not say hello to a feminist. Shoplifter thwarted by an epic leg sweep. Oh, this is a good one. This is only 13 seconds, but we'll make it count. Another, I'm not going to say what the race of these people are, because that's not this kind of a show. But, you know, kind of similar to the last one we just watched.
Race bait us, Vleeties.
Yeah, a little bit of race baiting going on here. So this is called leg sweep. Women gets knocked out. Now I didn't mean for it to have like somebody getting knocked out. I don't think that's cool, but and there's not a bunch of times. So we'll just go to here. Watch this shit. Oh, that was the guy who got knocked out. It was a fake out.
They hit him with the frying pan?
Boom!
What did they hit him with? That was a pan.
You don't leg sweep a girl, bro. You don't leg sweep a female,
that was a
bro.
Frying pan.
You don't leg sweep them. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. There's this really, really, really good one. Why is the internet being this way? The internet normally knows what I'm looking for. I'm going to go to google.com. Man, leg sweeps. I'm going to put girl. That might help. Girl at pool. Pool party, yeah. But it's probably going to be the one that Bill Burr likes, and I don't like that one. I like the better one. Guy throws drink on girl. Fuck. This is going to be the whole show is me trying to find this dumb video that never happened, I bet.
You've mashed 5 videos together in your brain, and you're thinking of...
Dude, I swear. Improper leg sweep. I swear it exists. I mean, this one isn't as good. But maybe this is the one that I'm thinking of. Maybe that's what it is. This lady was body slammed at a pool party. I don't know what that means. Ooh, okay, we gotta watch that. I watched it without you guys. All right, hold on. Did he knock her out on accident with that? No, okay, they're still going.
Is that a belly to baby?
Look at this shit. What happened? Why was that the plan? Is this supposed to be fun or like... Did he just slip?
Yeah. So, I don't want to be racist here, but I think what's going on was there's a large group of black people, and she was upset about it. Like, maybe this is the community pool, and she was there being a Karen, and this guy was playing around like, hey, let's throw her in the pool. As soon as he picks her up, drops her right on her face.
And it could have been, but I know that somewhere in the world there is the perfect video of a guy hitting a perfect leg sweep on somebody, and for some reason
African suplex
it's gone.
in the chat.
That's not cool.
It's the tire that comes out of nowhere.
Oh, that's it.
What have we devolved into tonight?
I don't know. I had a bunch of topics and shit, but Nathan Weller had a great idea to do this to every video that existed in the internet, and I wanted to run with it because it did work for a minute there. You know what though? Throughout the week, is Maddie Spice here? Maddie Spice, we need a new Discord channel. We're gonna have Fiend of the Week. And what's going to happen is I'm going to... So that song, the Fiend song, is like 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So what I'm going to do... Kevin, it wasn't your fault. Street Beefs has some good content. So what I'm going to do is you send me everything throughout the week. And every Thursday, we're going to debut a new Fiend of the Week where I play that song and cut up clips from the videos that you guys have found on the internet. That is what we're going to do. So, Maddie Spice, get on it! Get on it! All right, he better be getting on it as we speak. I think he's on it. Street Beefs was a little underwhelming, but you're right, Zach. There are some episodes of that, though, where it is like some guy does he lands like a really random punch, and it does make people, like, I hate to be this guy, but I wanted to see somebody go limp. You know what I mean? Like, didn't you want to see somebody go limp? Like, just kind of lose all the energy out of themselves?
I'll send you one from the one that I was talking about where it's the convicts. This Cholo just instantly sleeps a white guy mid-punch, and he does like a 360 spin while he's falling.
Wow, Facebook took it down. All right, so just so everybody's aware, I want everyone to see what just happened, because I make a Google sheet that exists throughout the week. Okay, this Google sheet is where I post all the notes. It's where I put like little comments. So what I did was, if you guys can see on the screen, so what I do is I save the link where I get it. The Antifa accidental fire, when I click on it and go to the Facebook page, this content isn't available right now. They took it down, bros. Is it because somebody got lit on fire? They decided it was a little too inappropriate. But yeah, that's very frustrating that they would do that. But let's go ahead and find the Molotov fire anyway, because it's too good. Everyone's probably seen it by now. But Zach, the peaceful protests continue across the United States of America. However, some people don't realize that Molotov cocktails are very dangerous. So did you catch this video of this guy accidentally becoming, I think somebody threw a Molotov cocktail and it hit him. Have you heard about any of this?
I have not seen it, but I have heard about it, I think from Shapiro, where a BLM protester gets hit by another BLM protester's Molotov cocktail, and the cops save his life as he's on fire.
Yeah.
It's like, how more ironic can you get?
I know. The cops have to intervene and be like, hey, let's put you out properly, because everybody's just kind of beating you up.
In the protest, they love to scream, call 911.
I know. That's just the dumbest thing. Like, I don't know how that always happens. Like,
because you're raised in a great system where your entire life you have emergency services at your beck and call at any second, and now we want to get rid of it.
And but that's what's so shocking to me, is that these people, to them, they go to, and that's why it's so fun. And I think that's why Reverend Sharpton actually says what he says when he talks about, this is like a what do you call it? A latte liberal? Like, you're sipping your latte, and you're just kind of like, how can I make a difference? I'm going to be upset about this. That's what they're concerned with. Let me see. Rioters left in real life. I gotta go find it now. I gotta go to the dark web to go get this video.
Oh no.
Yeah, I gotta go hunting. Gotta go hunting to get it. Nathan Willer, the Molotov video needs the fiend, and it might if I can find it. Let's go to Andy. Let's go to Andy's Twitter. Andy always has that stuff. I like that I call him Andy, like we're friends. Let's go to my buddy Andy's Twitter. He's probably got it. Andy, you got that vid I'm looking for, brother? I need that vid that you have. Gosh, you know what's scary is he posts all the mugshots of the people that are getting arrested, and so many of them are terrifying. Like, it's a lot of scary people are getting arrested.
It looks like the rapper with the black contacts in his eyes.
You know what? I would trust him a little bit more. I think that he's more reliable than some of these fucking guys.
Yikes.
There's the video, but I want to see there's the still, but I want to see the video. Did they scrub the video from existence because he almost died? Come on! He didn't almost die.
Check James Woods' Twitter. It's probably
James Woods probably does have it too. After a woman, I'm tired of y'all. Damn it! I can't believe that they took it down so fast.
Just move on. I'll try and find it.
Oh, somebody brought that up. We do need to have a burn it down. Thank you, Maddie Spice. He says Fiend of the Week channel is made. So we absolutely will be creating a montage weekly to the Fiend music because people continue to think they're making a difference by burning shit. Found it, everybody. Everyone chill out. So now that I found it, now that we worked so hard to find it, now that it pretty much...
The show's back on.
The show's back on. However, we're going to do the Fiend thing again. So it's just the new show. Sorry, Dad. This is the new show, all right? We just watch the Fiend thing over and over again.
Oh, this is gonna be great to listen to.
Oh, here we go, dude. I know. As far as a
We're
podcast,
watching videos for an hour.
yeah, we watching videos all fucking time. I think our commentary holds it together a little bit, but yeah, this is why you have to be here live on twitch.tv/real Vleeties. A lot of the radio stuff I really wanted to get to. This whole night was supposed to be a spoof of NPR. Like, it turned into, let's watch videos with the Fiend. And, there is an aspect to doing commentary where you do play a little snippet of a video and then you talk about it. And that's typically what I was going for. But tonight, it just kind of, we went off the rails a little bit. But we'll do, and we're almost at the end. But we'll do some Red Pill stuff on Tuesday. That's just the best part about it. We'll do some Red Pill stuff this fucking weekend while we're at it. Why not? What are we doing?
The View.
Yeah, we'll do The View. We'll do the Red Pill. It'll all exist. We'll make The View the Red Pill.
You have to do a Red Fraction now because you got a tier 2 sub.
I got a tier 2 sub. Now somebody wants a daily me. So, and then, in the chat, Dakota Poland says it's kind of like Jim and Them. Yeah, Jim and Them, that's how it all starts, is there's like a video that everyone watches and has fun with. And then we just kind of make jokes for the rest of the broadcast. And it's how the conversations all pick up and how they all begin is by playing these videos. So, yeah, if you're still with me tonight and you're like, too many videos to this podcast, I agree with you, but I also completely disagree with you because here we go. I'm hitting play. Oh, no, it's loading because the truth don't load. The truth does not load ever. And it all comes full circle. When I go to hit play on this video, it would not load because the truth never loads. Are you kidding me?
What did you do, bro?
What do you mean, what did I do? This is just the truth. This is just what happened. Wow. The truth never loads. I can't believe that happened. I should have just known it would. I should have watched it by myself and just talked about it and told you guys what happened. As soon as I paused it, I knew it was going to do that. Shit. We're going to cut all this part out of the podcast. Maybe this will be the first episode I have to edit for the podcast. Because where's this guy? There it is. I do love the strategy he has to put himself out.
Oh!
All right, here we go. This is for Nathan Weller.
My face hurts already. Use your Captain America shield.
And then the cops come over. We'll play again. Yeah, why are they using that circle, like, floaty? What the hell's that?
Yeah, I got a pool noodle. Put him out.
This guy's not even, like, he's got a water. He's kind of pouring it on him, but he's like, well, I still need this.
Dude, stop moving. I'll piss on you. Wait.
Jeez. This is America. This is America. Wow.
When he kicks his feet.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm so glad that it existed. All right. It was just unbelievable, man. Yeah, the little dance he does is so funny. Like, it really is. Like, he really kicks his legs to the side like he's doing like a little dance. Like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I mean, it's a scary moment to be lit on fire. You know, it's... You're still laughing. Like, what the fuck? Exactly. This is...
Oh, that one broke me.
People are out there protesting, and somehow the protesting ended up in flames on feet. You know what I mean? Like, it's time to go home, kids. It's like, that's all I can think when I watch some of this stuff is it's time to, this is it. What's that song by Huey Lewis? This is it. That'll be our next song that we play during all these things is Shit, since this is video night, you know what? Yeah, let's just do another video because I wanted to watch this too.
I can't stop seeing him kick his feet in my head. It's just stuck.
If this is it.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah, like, what do? You're just kind of screwed. Like, there's not a lot of planning. I don't think he planned that. Uh-oh. What did I just do?
And the worst part is, like, when your feet are on fire, then it's just flames straight up.
Is that the worst
coming
part?
Up your body,
is
in
that
your
the
face.
Is that the worst part, though? Like, it's just...
Well, if your shirt's on fire, it's not going to spread that fast down the rest of your body, but if your feet are on fire, everything above is gonna catch eventually.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, and this is another great video. This is just on Instagram. I saw this. So this is like kind of the meme was like when you think your homie's got your back, but they back the blue. Because again, I think this goes with the theme that people are starting to go like, look, the police aren't all bad. We're doing like a lot of people are doing a lot of dumb shit, and even especially now, wow. I mean, all of this stuff. It's like, people are kind of going, no, I support the police a little bit more than this.
Go on, get on. Hey.
Look, it's another case. It's another case of people stepping. Kevin thinks the rubber bullets will cause this.
Don't beat that man up now, y'all. Going down to the clay. Look at all these people.
Is that a Hooters waitress?
I don't know why she's dressed like that.
No, false alarm.
But these stories, I do enjoy these stories because, like, for everyone who's listening via podcast, which this will probably be cut out, it just shows that, yeah, the cops aren't the bad guys. I mean, they knew, this community knew, like, no, this guy's a criminal. He needs to be arrested. And for some reason, like, that's not the part that the news wants to share with everybody. So, quickly, you skipped the best punches. Zach, there's so much content that I have that we didn't even get to. I feel kind of awake, and I feel like maybe we need to keep going. Do we take a break and come back and just keep going with more Vleeties?
I think after this Macho Man impression, we take a break and we come back.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Now I really don't know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Only I could do it, yeah. I was well aware that killing people is a crime in itself, Yet, at that point, it was the only way to make things right. Ticket! I thought to myself that someday people will come to me and realize that is much and regard it as an act of justice. I had no choice but to act as Kira, yeah! It was the destiny that was given to me, Dig it! I was chosen to renew this rotten world. And I will bring about true peace. Oh, yeah. That was Light Yagami. Do you know Light Yagami?
Do I look like I know lately?
Light Yagami is going to be a fixture on the soon debuting Anime Hole. Hunter is ready to go, so I think next week there will be a recording of the Anime Hole that will, might as well do it live. Fuck it! Doing it live. There's no words there! See, my voice is still here, JT. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to make it. Dig it! Thank you, Sonic Gino, and it is a great quote. It's a great show. If you've never seen Death Note, I'm not going to tell you how many episodes it is, because the best part about me watching it was I thought it was like 20 episodes, and then like a bunch of episodes after that, I was like, holy shit, this was important. So freaking good. So freaking good. So my brother just texted me. He said, what's the Netflix password? Would you believe that I don't know what the Netflix password is, or why he would ask me that right now? Let me see. I believe it's this, but I'm going to say... But I'm not.
Your own Netflix?
Yeah, no, I won't tell him that. I mean, he used to be... What? Okay, here's the thing. He has Spotify, right? So one time I asked, hey, can I get your Spotify login? He goes, well, like, if I'm using it, you can't use it. I said, yeah, that's fine. He's like, well, then if you're using it, I can't use it. It's like, well, yeah, that's fine. If you want to use it, I'll listen to Pandora or whatever. I'd rather like you not. Let's keep going, Nathan Weller says, for 45 bits. So let's go ahead and let's grab ourselves a break. I think this water is full. I don't know why I'm not drinking the water. I think that's kind of an obvious. That one didn't do it, he says. Damn it. We'll have to figure this whole password thing out. I think my mommy has it. Hydrate. Thank you, Ayako. Oh, my gosh. Let's get a break. We're going to come back, and we're just going to keep going. We're like Crimson and Matt Morgan. We're just going to keep it going. There's no reason to ever stop doing that. So everybody go grab a drink, and we will be back in, let's see. I got a thing here. We'll be back in 3 minutes and 52 seconds.
can't sing stupid.
Oh, like you still can't hear the thing, huh?
Something these motherfuckers can understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Red Pill Show. This is Ryan Van Vliet. My name is Ryan Van Vliet. I am the other half of the whole effing show. I represent TWFS. Maybe you've heard of it. If you don't go to subscribestar.twfs or .com/TWFS, then you don't fucking know. But you should know by now. Subscribe to me on Twitch right here, twitch.tv/RealVleeties, to get some exclusive content. Now that I have a 2-tier subber, there's going to be a daily podcast, I'm calling it. Like, this Clay Travis guy from Outkick Sports has my job. He has my job. 20-minute podcast every day. Puts it out for the people to enjoy. Nathan Weller says this should be SmackDown's theme song. I don't understand why it's not. Let's take a listen for a second. This was a Kid Rock song that was a really slow burn for me. Like, I remember when this album came out, I was just kind of done with Kid Rock, I think. But now that I'm red-pilled and, like, more American than I've ever felt in my life, there's nothing better than this right here. Like, it just makes me feel sexy. It makes me feel powerful. And then Broken Freaking Neck has reminded me that this was the theme song for Survivor Series in 2017. I knew it was some wrestling song. Every time Kid Rock has a new album, they find a way to put it into a wrestling pay-per-view. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's pretty much his whole career is, like, at least for me, where it's like a lot of my music influences throughout the years have always been WWE. Like, when you look at Alter Bridge, when they had their first big album, I can't even remember the name, One Day Remains. When I first heard Find the Real, I was like, what the hell is this? Why is this not played everywhere? And I'm just sitting there like, I'm doing the impression, I'm in it. And then JT in the chat, you love some Nugent then. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. And then Geezy in the chat says that we need the Vince impression. You know what? I think we're gonna add that. We're gonna create that community challenge next week. The more Vleet coins that are donated into that pot, the more likely I'll be able to add that McMahon sounder, because I think it will destroy whatever is left of these vocal cords. Because can you imagine saying, damn it, Kid Rock, we need another one. Damn it. Your songs.
This 10 was needed, not wanted.
It was not wanted. I think that people don't understand. Like, if you order something from Staples and you pick a color specifically and they don't send you that color, I would be pretty fucking pissed as well. Like, there's no way to not be pissed. So How
could
you
you
hold?
could you imagine being that customer sales rep that gets that email and open it and read it and like it was needed, not wanted.
And then it's from Grit Fiend. That was my favorite part of the email. It was from Grit Fiend. Everything about it was just like, who's this guy yelling at me? And yeah, it was needed, not wanted. I love that line the most because as somebody who's probably in that warehouse going like, man, we really fucked up.
This tan was needed, not wanted.
Not wanted. And I just love, I love the enthusiasm. And yeah, Ayako in the chat says the battery was needed, not wanted. Yeah, absolutely. So I guess we got some big news. I don't have any some images for this. So I guess before we get rolling into, I guess we'll call it part 3. Zach, how are you holding up tonight, my friend?
Doing okay, man. I'm drinking water, so I'm gonna not stumble through my words by the end of the show.
That's funny. We're opposite. I actually switched to the Wild Basin sparkling waters. It actually says here boozy sparkling water. Is this one a Texas brand? This one's okay. I always feel bad though because like my
tan was needed, not wanted.
Thank you, David. Yeah, so I'll buy my wife will buy these because she doesn't like beer, and then she'll drink like 2 of these, and we'll both buy 12 packs, and my 12 pack doesn't last as half as long as her fucking 12 pack does. So I always drink all of her beer, and I feel terrible. So hopefully that fucking Twitch money hits tomorrow, Kev. Be cool. Because these Twitch payouts are like random. Like when you get paid by Twitch, it's like, I mean, good luck, buddy. Online it even says like there's like a 13-day ACH delay or something. Like that's a long time. Just give me my money.
Transfer?
Yeah. If I just give you my debit card, you should be able to put the money on there immediately. Oh, I got 10 was needed, not wanted. Good call. Good call. And then, yeah.
Like, could you imagine somebody calling you and being like, the high cube was needed, not wanted?
Oh, let's see. I did send bits.
How do you respond?
Well, if someone yelled at me like that, I would just be like, I'd be like, Ayako! I wouldn't know what to say to that. Sonic Gino, he says that he put some bits to ask this, but the philosophy of Death Note, was it objective justice or subjective justice? Big words for me right now. So for anyone that hasn't seen Death Note, and I guess we're diving into my anime hole a little bit. I mean, what's good? Let's do this real quick. Let's do one of these anime hole. Check it out. Got a little bar for it. Let's jump into the hole real quick. Now, I really enjoyed Death Note. I thought Death Note, the entire idea of it was outstanding. Of a man who has the option, really, it is the option to kill anybody that he wants as long as he can see their face. Ayako says she hates this hole. She's not a fan of the anime hole. So we'll do it quick then for Ayako because we got a lot of red pill shit to get to. Somebody got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize for actually bringing peace to this world for the first time in a long time. But I will say when I watched, you are rooting for the bad guy for the first like 30 episodes. You really are pulling for Light Yagami. Even though what he did was terrible, you know, he killed a bunch of criminals. And I think along the way, people that were killed probably should not have been killed or needed to be killed. You know, when they're killing people that aren't necessarily. This is not good. Oh, boy. So, and you know what, Gino? We will do this. I mean, I think we'll do an in-depth fucking Death Note. And you know what? We might even watch the movie in the anime hole because it was one of the worst movies I've ever watched. Netflix did a live-action movie, and everyone tells me, like, don't watch it. I sexually identify as a centipede. Ever since I was a boy, I dreamed of dropping dank memes on cucks everywhere. People say to me that a person being a centipede is impossible. And I'm retarded, but I don't care. I'm beautiful. I'm having plastic surgery to install 100 legs and 2 hollow fangs on my body. From now on, I want you to call me Nimble Navigator and respect my right to meme anywhere or everywhere and trigger endlessly. And then, okay, Nathan Weller says we need some red pill things. All right, Sonic, I'm not forgetting about this question. I'm going to get into it way lengthier once we jump into the anime hole with Hunter. Where's Hunter? Let's call Hunter at. What's he doing? Let me bring this up. So, Zach, you must have heard about it already, right? A certain president of the United States of America has been nominated for I know Kevin says it's got to be these impressions that are fucking up my voice. It has to be. Talking like Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior didn't live past 55, so I mean that could be it. Or was he? How old was he? He was young. But Norwegian official nominates Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize, and this guy has tried to nominate Trump before. I think his name's Christian Tybring or something like that. Tybring. He says for his merit, I think he has done more trying to create peace between nations than most other Peace Prize nominees. And he even says here, like
Barack Obama.
Well, and that's the thing is, I'm not a big Trump supporter. The committee should look at the facts and judge him on the facts, not the way he behaves sometimes. Which I'm okay with the way he behaves at this point. I think everyone who is so mad at him for some of the things he says, it's like, look, he only says them because he's right. Is he being politically correct? No. But when he says things like John McCain was a real dick to Donald Trump. I mean, I know that's not a fun way. He was, So when he dies, everyone's supposed to bury this hatchet and pretend like all the beef is settled. But to Trump, it was like, no, this guy really fucking hated me. I'm not going to come out here and pretend like he was this great man. He really tried to fuck my life up. And I like John McCain. And it's still, I don't think that the way that exchange happened, I think it's okay that Donald Trump isn't a huge McCain fan after he passes on. I think it's also okay that Donald Trump didn't go visit the family of Jacob Blake in the hospital because the father is an anti-Semite and this guy's accused of being of sexual assault. And this guy even says, the people who have received the Peace Prize in recent years have done much less than Donald Trump. For example, Barack Obama did nothing. And this is all Christian Tybring. This is the Norwegian parliament member who was like, okay, here's why this man deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. As it is expected in other Middle Eastern countries will follow in the footsteps of the UAE, this agreement could be a game changer that will turn the Middle East into a region of cooperation and prosperity. And I think that's something that selfish Americans don't think about necessarily. They don't realize that the president is a global job. You are representing the United States around the entire world. And since we are a superpower, since we have a lot of influence around the world, we have the option or the ability at least to use that status for good. And when you hear what Donald Trump has done with the UAE, everybody talks about the Palestinians like, oh, everything must go through the Palestinians. But it's like, no, everything needs to be done peacefully, and we need to get everybody on board. And the fact that Barack Obama and any president, even though George Bush in there, everyone just kind of fell victim to what do the Palestinians want to do. We needed somebody with balls. We needed an orange man to step in and just say, no, I'm not going to do that. There's no reason for us to beg to you guys. You should be begging us for help. We're trying to bring about world peace, and you guys are being little assholes. So why would I include you in any sort of deal anyway? And of course, that's what all the Democrats hate about the deal is that the Palestinians aren't happy with it, but who cares? This is about world peace, not world appeasement. Because we know how appeasement works. We saw it with Hitler. I wasn't there, but I imagine it didn't go well. How did that Hitler story end up? But it's a game changer. It really is. And Trump was key in facilitating it because, and I even watched an interview earlier today where, that George Stephanopoulos guy or whatever his name is was trying to pwn Donald Trump for saying that he trusted Kim Jong-un. How could you trust a killer? How could you trust this person? And if I was Trump has a lot more decorum than me. And that's, people don't think he has any decorum. I have a feeling he has the most decorum. Because if this guy goes, how could you trust him? What the fuck do you think? What, do you not want me to trust him? I'm going to drop a bomb on him right now? What? You're the president, George Stephanopoulos. What do you want me to do? You want me to kill him? You want me to bring a shiv to the next time we meet and I'll just take him out for you? Is this guy that bad that we have to take him out? He's the leader of that country. I have to work with him. I have to trust him. What do you want? And then I would literally grab the mic and go, George, what do you want? And I would have George answer the fucking question. Because that's what annoys me so much about this whole coronavirus thing, too, is that all of my liberal friends who want to blame Donald Trump for COVID, all of your same Democratic leaders were spewing the same information. And I'll never forget Nancy Pelosi in the streets of San Francisco. Come on down to Chinatown. There's no COVID here. There's no COVID here. I need to bring that up because it's shocking to me how some people hate Donald Trump, hate him for little to no evidence. There's no reason to hate this guy. Everybody calls him a bigot, and it's like, well, what did he do that was, what bigotry did you see? Oh, everybody knows it. Like, I mean, what do you mean? I don't know it. I'm asking you. Bring it on. Oh, he said there were good people on the white supremacist side. He said, no. There were good people on the side that didn't want to tear down a statue in the middle of the fucking day in the middle of town. They thought that was a little barbaric, and they wanted a little peace, and maybe we can use some maybe some democracy.
Decorum.
Yeah, get some decorum, and maybe we could vote. And maybe if we vote to take it down, we'll take it down. If democracy works and it stays up, it stays up. That's just how it works. We can learn a lot from looking at that statue, you know. And there's several we'll say blacks or African Americans that want to protect those statues because they realize that's an example of do not let history repeat itself. Do not be like this man. Just because he's idolized as a statue doesn't mean you're looking up to him like, oh, what a great man. Like, no, this guy represented that this place used to be owned by slaves, and now it's a free country. Now it's an amazing country. Yeah, and they did lose the war, and that's what I said. If you vote to tear the, and if I was part of the democracy that was responsible for voting, and I could vote to tear down the statues, I would tear them down. And everybody in the chat is saying we need some decorum, okay? And then Ayako says, don't assume all black people are African. That is racist. It is. But you know what? Someone needs to do it. All right? Someone needs to do it. And then shout out to Kevin for dropping 45 in the fantasy league today. 45 points like one person or like the whole team. But yeah, it's true. And that's the thing, Ayako, is I hate when all white people want to say African Americans. I'm like, dude, they're not all from Africa. This guy's probably from Boston. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has to be from Africa because there might have been some lineage there. 2 people outscored me. I don't know what that means, Kevin. I don't even look at my team today, but we should look into it. But Donald Trump 100% deserves the Nobel Peace Prize for what he's done in the Middle East. The Middle East is like that. He's like that guy at the party that he's like Matt Stoltz. Like, you're kind of wondering when he's going to snap, when it's going to go wrong. You brought him to the party. He's doing fine. But you're looking over kind of every few minutes like, is he still fine? Is he okay? Like,
has he gone through the sliding glass window yet?
Yeah, like what version of him is still at this party right now? Is he the Nathan Weller? So it looks like Will Fuller and Deshaun Watson had a pretty nice little tandem game for me. One person outscored. Oh, okay. So I got outscored by Kevin tonight. All right, I understand. I understand that Hilaire and Kelsey might not have brought up all the points that we needed, but you know, it's early. It's Thursday. But I think that the way the new peace deal is going to work is huge for the Middle East. I would like to get rid of war. And I know that's like a crazy thing to say because did you hear Trump the other day talking about like the generals don't really like me because all of the arms dealers are going to lose a lot of their contracts if there's no war. And then, of course, like, oh, where's my fucking phone? So I downloaded a liberal podcast. I was like, I need to hear it from all sides. I need to hear it. Like, so I asked my friend, and I said, which one do you listen to? And he listens to Pod Save America, hosted by Jon Favreau, who used to write speeches for the savior, Barack Obama. And the name of the episode is Hating the Troops Good for Trump? ? So already kind of a sarcastic question to name your podcast. And then, you know, Joe Biden maintains a steady lead as the campaign enters the home stretch. Trump spends 5 days defending himself against disgraceful comments about U.S. service members and the August jobs report showing slow job growth and more permanent job loss. Then, Fair Fight CEO Lauren Wargo talks to Jon Favreau about winning Georgia and fighting voter suppression. So, none of that's true. That's what's upsetting. Is I read that whole description, and it's so fucking annoying because the distasteful comments weren't distasteful. They weren't even necessarily true. They were said by an anonymous source, and then already a bunch of people have already come out and refuted them, which happens all the time. Whenever a headline reads, Trump said this, 9 people who were in that meeting go, he never said that. But the anonymous source said it, so they're allowed to post it, and then all my friends on Facebook think it's reality, and it's not. So, yeah, I'm trying to... So, you know, I broaden my horizons. It's easier for me to listen to a 90-minute podcast than read a 400-page book about why I'm a racist piece of shit. Which, like, that's all that book is.
Here's the reform we need. We need to outlaw secret sources.
Ooh, yeah.
If you want a story, put your name on it. Be a man. Be a woman.
Man up. Yeah, be a woman. There's no reason you can just, like, anonymous source. I mean, that could be me. Like, I could be writing a tweet and go, an anonymous source tells me that Joe Biden is having homosexual sex. You know, like it's just not. You don't do that. You don't. Thank you so much for the sounds. What was that?
Have you ever seen Kill the Messenger with Jeremy Renner?
No.
Dude, it's so good. You gotta watch it. But
how long is it? Can we watch it? Can we watch it right now?
I mean, we can. It will be up all night. But basically, he's the reporter that discovered the story about the crack epidemic in LA. And it's the movie's totally true about this guy in real life. And the crack epidemic was like connected to the CIA and arms dealers in South America, and they were like laundering money through drugs and everything. It's this crazy story. But they basically gaslight him, and like he issues the story, he wins these prizes for it, and then people are like, well, wait, who's your source? He's like, well, I can't tell you my source. Like, he's a drug lord. Like, he's gonna get murdered. And they completely tear him down. They ruin his life. They say the story's fake. The government tries to cover it up because he just pulled their pants down, and it just destroys his life. It just unravels.
That
it's so sad. It's a true story.
You need to check it out then, because I mean, but still, you can never come with the anonymous source, and like it just doesn't work. It doesn't work because we need to be able to, like, because you could just say an anonymous source, like, McDonald's puts dead humans in their meat. Who told you that? Well, I can't tell you. And then it's like, well, okay, fine. It was a guy who worked at Wendy's. Well, no shit, he said that. Like you need to have a reliable source to back it up. So I don't have a graphic for this one either. Just imagine a picture of Colin Kaepernick right here. So Colin Kaepernick has been removed from the NFL long enough that he is now eligible for the National Football League Hall of Fame. Now,
I didn't know you're going there. I thought you were going the Madden.
No, nobody buys Madden. No, okay, we can do that too.
Did you hear what they did in Madden?
We can do that too, yeah. So he is listed as a free agent in Madden, which I think is a good idea. He's a free agent in real life. Just keep him in the fucking game.
But he's rated better than like half the starting quarterbacks.
I thought he was like overall 81. He wasn't that high. I mean, 81 is probably higher than I would put him.
He's rated higher than Cam Newton.
That's bullshit. Are you serious? Now I gotta look at Madden right now. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not buying Madden. Madden sucks.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, Madden has sucked for a long time. But what the issue with the Hall of Fame for me is if he gets voted into the Hall of Fame as some sort of an activist or some sort of a martyr, it just continues this theme of woke center. I tried to watch SportsCenter for a little bit the other night, and it's unbearable. It really is. And that's why Sage Steele got kicked off, because she's like, I can't do this shit anymore. Like, you guys are just lying to people. Like, it's becoming CNN. It's becoming, oh, well, we have a president in the White House who doesn't like his people. It's like, that's not true at all, and you guys just keep saying that. And what scares me constantly is all the little kids that watch SportsCenter, like I used to, are like, whoa, our president's an evil man? Like, because you'll trust whatever these guys say. And yeah, I don't believe it. But what do you got? I thought Kaepernick was an 81.
I'm still trying to find them. They do not make this easy.
Madden ratings? You can't just find it. Doesn't pop up.
Well, I'm trying to see who he's rated above, and it's not that easy.
Just look up quarterback Madden ratings, and we'll read them all.
I also can't fucking spell his name to save my life. That's not.
Neither can that rapper who made a song called The Kaepernick Effect. And then the girl who posted it, I commented, like, why'd they spell his name wrong? And her comment was, I think we have bigger issues in America than how to spell Colin Kaepernick. And I said, no. This guy's a martyr. He's your activist. He's your hero. Spell his goddamn name right, you fuck. Why are you going to make a 5-minute music video about racism and spell the guy's name wrong? All the work and labor that went into your little production here, and you couldn't Google how to spell Kaepernick? You can't pretend to like this guy if you can't even spell his name. Can you imagine if everybody was like, yo, that Albert Einstein was awesome. He did so many great things. He deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, even though he invented the atomic bomb. But at least Albert Einstein, outstanding human being. You know, I love wrestling.
So he was rated an 81.
All right, he was.
He's rated an 81, which is better than all of the following: Ben Roethlisberger, Ryan Tannehill, Derek Carr. Okay, I'm not going to argue that one.
What do you mean you're not going to argue?
Mayfield.
What's this about?
I hate Carr. He sucks.
Wait, I got a question though. Hold on. Slow down.
Cam Newton.
Slow down. You're reading.
Josh Allen.
You're reading too fast now. Okay. Go to name. So Ben Roethlisberger is an overall what? Does it tell you?
80.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you know what? If you say 80, I guess that makes sense for a Big Ben. But then you say Tannehill. Is he also an 80?
Yes.
So the guy who took his team to the playoffs last year is an 80. Okay. And then after that.
So, yeah, Tannehill, Derek Carr is a 79.
I agree with that. I think Derek Carr is the highest paid 70 overall 79 in the world. That makes sense to me. I think that I'm like excited that we got Mariota as a backup because it's like at least there's some fucking spice back there. I mean, do something. So okay, you got Derek Carr. Oh, you got this. How fun! Quigley on his day.
I see clearly everything's come to light. Bitter place and a broken dream, and we'll leave it all behind.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Quigley. Hey, greatness! Nathan Wella says Derek Carr sucks. I kind of agree. Like, Derek Carr had that, like, one good year, and then his leg broke, and he just was never the same. But I've watched him, and I've watched a lot of Raider games. So, okay, I've watched him drop back, right? And somebody's wide open running a streak, and he throws the ball, like, 20 yards too short, like he's throwing, like he's running a hook, and it gets picked off. And and it's one of those plays where, like, they'll show, like, a replay of, and they're like, yeah, not quite sure what he was reading here on this one. You know, it's like, what was he looking at? What was he reading? What was the play? How could you be that off? Like, it's okay if, like there should be a stat in the NFL for, like, a tipped pass. If a tipped pass is intercepted, that's a little different. But if it's, like, a fucking, like, clearly you just threw the ball into the atmosphere and hoped something would happen. Oh, my gosh. And then, yeah, Nathan Weller in the chat says that Mariota's coming for the job. I think so. I think that Derek Carr, this might be his final year. I know that Gruden wasn't too happy on him, and he couldn't get rid of him because of that $25 million contract. So now I think we're kind of getting towards the end of that contract where, hell, and I know that Gruden likes Mariota. He really liked Mariota in the QB camp. So who knows? I think this is a unique situation for the Las Vegas Raiders of Oakland. So you said Tannehill's low, Carr's low. And other starters that are low. Why are all these starters so low? I don't understand. Like, that part is bizarre.
Cam Newton is a 78.
Like, here's the problem.
Josh Allen's a 77.
That doesn't make sense. I would put Josh Allen above Cam Newton.
Kyler Murray is a 77. Kyler Murray.
Who are I don't understand this. Okay. Now what I need to do.
Jared Goff. Teddy Bridgewater? Come on.
You like some of these quarterbacks too much.
Would you take Kaepernick or Teddy Bridgewater right now?
Kaepernick.
Why?
Because I've watched Bridgewater be shitty too, and he's been very shitty. He had a good year on the Saints, like the best fucking team in the NFC. So yeah, like that always bugs me when people are like, "Oh yeah, Teddy Bridgewater." Like he's going to the Panthers, where they have a new coach, a whole new system. His leading receiver is going to be DJ Moore. Like, it's not going to be your New Orleans Saints version of Teddy Bridgewater. It's going to be your Minnesota Vikings version, which is not as good.
Well, how about this? Would you take Nick Foles or Colin Kaepernick?
Wait, Colin Kaepernick? You said Nick Foles?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Foles sucks. Like, Nick
He's
Foles
won more Super Bowls than Kaepernick.
Tim Tebow's won more playoff games than fucking a lot of the guys in the league. So
half these guys.
Yeah, like, but that's what I don't understand is, like, when you talk about Nick Foles, I've never considered to be that great. Like, I remember when they were talking about who should the Eagles keep, Nick Foles or Carson Wentz. I was like, Carson Wentz 3 times a week.
All day.
Oh, dude, every fucking time. Why would you even question that? But some people were a little bit more, well, hold on, this guy's winning games. It's like, yeah, but I've also watched him lose a lot of games. And that's the difference. It's like, sure,
Well, pick a side then, man, because you make that argument for Tebow.
What's my argument?
I watch Tebow lose a lot of games, but
Not me.
he has
Not
some
as
magic moments.
many as Nick Foles. I mean, what did he lose in his NFL career? How many games did Tebow lose?
Let's see.
See, he probably had.
Tebow.
In all honesty, his record was probably 500, and his playoff record was probably 500. But I think that Tim Tebow, at least he was like. When you look at Nick Foles, there's more of a sample size. Tim Tebow, that we don't have this sample size. So okay, now here I am. Okay, I got worried. I was looking at the speed, and I thought it was the overall rating, and I was like, Mahomes is an 81. Okay, so Tom Brady's a 90, Rodgers is an 89, Matt Ryan's an 87, Watson's an 86, Wentz is an 84, Prescott's an 84. It just seems like there's such a big drop. Like even a guy like Matty Stafford is an 83, which, I mean, maybe Garoppolo's an 83, Cousins is an 82. Wow, and on this list, they don't even have Kaepernick listed. But
yeah,
because I even see Roethlisberger's an 81. Phillip Rivers is an 82. That's really nice to Phillip. If you're going to give him an 82, you got to give, I think, Cam Newton an 82. Like, I don't know how you can say Cam Newton's a 78 based on some of these other things. Like, I mean, I would say Cam Newton has had some pretty. He's had some pretty sloppy years. After Nathan Willer says Stafford is underrated as fuck, or overrated. He says overrated as fuck. Agree and disagree. I think that his he hasn't done shit in the playoffs. So, but I think some of those regular season teams, or like regular season games, he is somebody you'd rather have than not. Like I'm looking at, he's ranked above Kirk Cousins. I'd probably rather have Matty Stafford than Kirk Cousins in a one-game scenario. But that is shocking that Josh Allen is a 77. You figure he would have moved up a little bit more. Kyler Murray. Jameis Winston is rated as a 76. The same as Jared Goff. That's not fair. You can't say that. You don't get to do that.
He threw a shitload of touchdowns last year.
And a lot of interceptions.
To both teams.
Yeah, to both teams. Well, it's easy to throw touchdowns in the end zone when you have fucking Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and all the tight ends that you were afraid to draft Gronk because of. Cameron Brate. You were worried about Cameron Brate and O.J. Howard. Dwayne Haskins is an overall 70. Minshew's a 70. Justin Herbert's a 70. I mean, it just seems like a lot of these quarterbacks they're really, really tough on. But then they're going to give Kaepernick an 81. Like, I kind of agree with that. Like, if you told me Kaepernick was a 74, out of this list, looking at this list, I would say Kaepernick would be like a 74. Like, if you told me he was the only other 74 quarterback is Fitzpatrick. And I think that sounds about right, right? Yeah. Now,
it's magic.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater is an overall 75. I think as far as skills and history, you would go Bridgewater over Kaepernick. Now, in a one-game scenario, I'd probably go Kaepernick. Based on what I've seen, he's been in the league forever.
He hasn't played in 3 years.
Neither is Kaepernick.
I don't know, man. We're getting back into our top 10 wrestler arguments.
You like that? Well, here's the problem. And I said this when it happened, too. I think I sent the tweet, and I think I tweeted at the Redskins when it happened. When Alex Smith broke that leg, I the first thing I told the Redskins, I got on my phone and I tweeted at him, and I sent a text to Dan Snyder, and I said, Kaepernick to the Redskins. You give him a full off season. You give him whatever's remaining left. I think he tore his leg in like week 16. You can bring him in. He'll learn. He'll be on the team for these 2 weeks or whatever, and then he'll be with the team the whole off season through OTAs, through spring training. You're not going to have Alex Smith for a full year. Get Kaepernick in here and let him learn the system. Let him figure it out. Then you also bring in Dwayne Haskins. He can learn from Kaepernick. Like, I thought there were several reasons to bring him in. So did I start to buy into, and I guess it's been revealed that it's true, that he was boycotted from the league, which I understand why. I wanted to be ignorant and say, like, no, you know what? He was a shitty backup. He comes out and starts, he brings all this publicity. I wouldn't want him either. But then once I saw Alex Smith's leg get ripped in half, I was like, dude, Kaepernick, this will be perfect. Like,
I don't disagree, man. He's better than people on teams, whether it's a backup or a starter. He could be a starter. I mean, could he beat out Gardner Minshew? Probably.
That Minshew magic, baby. Well, I do look at teams like You look at the Broncos. Drew Lock's their starter. You got Nick Foles and Mitchell Trubisky battling for whatever's going to happen in Chicago.
God.
You got Daniel Jones in New York. There's plenty of reason to. Isn't Tyrod Taylor supposed to start for I was going to say San Diego, for Los Angeles? Like, there's so many places where you can kind of plug in a guy. And I even said, I tweeted at the Chargers and I said, if you want to sell out that stadium, which doesn't matter now because of COVID, the Chargers are lucky. I said I would sign Kaepernick immediately, and that stadium would sell out. I know it. I would have him he could be Kaepernick, but then I would make which one is it? Joey Bosa? Yeah, Joey Bosa would come out with an American flag every fucking game. Like, he would be like our Rocky Balboa, like with the flag, and then Kaepernick can do like the stuff with the knee and be like, no, I'm the activist. And they would be like a buddy cop film. It would be like super patriotic Joey Bosa, fight the system, black power, Colin Kaepernick, but they come together, man. Offense, defense, strong side, left side. Are you on board yet?
Bro, I'm sorry, I'm way off track here, but I'm looking at Tebow's stats. Tebow was not very good.
What do you mean? I mean, he's batting what?
Oh my lord!
He's batting what, like 270? I mean, he's all right. Like, I don't think there's any reason.
So the year they won the playoff game, 2011, he started 11 games. He had 13 fumbles.
That's a lot of fumbles. I didn't realize they had that many fumbles. But
13 fumbles. He had 33 sacks for a total of 225 yards.
Well, they had a shitty offensive line. That's why their starting quarterback got hurt, whoever it was, Kyle Orton or whatever. Once Kyle Orton was out, they were like, well, he got hurt.
And his completion percentage was 46.5%. That's terrible.
Yeah, no. Well, okay, and I did watch a game where they won. He was like 2 for 13. And it was like
they win in spite of
but
him.
They won. And yeah, he's a winner. He finds a way to win. Stats are for losers, all right? If we're all concerned about stats, Kaepernick would be the starting quarterback of every team in the league right now. Because somebody did make a graph of like Kaepernick stats in his like 5 or 6 year career versus like Aaron Rodgers and like other huge stars. Like, he had a better start to his career than a lot of the guys that are still in the league. So I don't know. I think that, but what drove me nuts was he could be in the Hall of Fame, which is like bull fucking shit. Don't let this mediocre quarterback in the Hall of Fame because they kicked him out of the league for honestly being racist. Let's be honest. I mean, I think what he was doing was also racist. He was saying, "Oh, I'm protesting the police," but no, I'm gonna kneel for the flag. I'm gonna wear pigs on my socks. I'm gonna donate to causes that actively disengage Americans. The way America exists. He didn't like it, and then he got his Nike deal, and he was like, believe in something or stand for something, even if it means sacrificing everything. It's like, so wait, like there's people who go to war for this country, like they're making the ultimate sacrifice. I mean, you don't get to play football anymore. Real.
I just love the hypocrisy.
Yeah, real sacrificial.
Nike.
I know, right? Yeah. And Nike, with all their sweatshops all around the world, and they're the ones that are gonna, hey, we'll give you a bunch of money. It's like, oh, sweet, I'll join you guys. That's like, oh my, like all of you guys together are all the worst. So,
Kaepernick probably made more than 80 of the kids that make shoes in a year.
Oh yeah, they get fed sand. It's just some of the sweatshops you see are so terrible, and like. Whatever, Kaepernick. I just think if he ever gets into the Hall of Fame, that might be it. Like, I've always wanted to go to the Hall of Fame. I want to go to Canton and see all the busts. I cannot imagine all of the people in the Hall of Fame voting for him to get in there. But the fact that somebody noted it and, like, wrote a story about how Kaepernick is now eligible for the Hall of Fame makes me sick as, like, a sports fan. Like,
if he gets in before Barry Bonds gets in for baseball.
Dude, exactly. Bonds took some roids. Who gives a fuck? How fun was baseball when he was hitting 70 home runs?
He's one of the greatest hitters of all time before he did steroids.
And everybody says, like, well, steroids improve your hand-eye coordination. It's like, I don't care. He's still one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He was one of the most...
Throw faster.
And when the Angels won the World Series and they beat Barry Bonds, it was that much more important because Barry Bonds...
Yeah, why does that never come up? Like, there's no pitcher that ever took roids to throw a ball faster?
Clemens did. Schilling is on. They say that Schilling might have. There's a bunch of names that have come out, but it normally is these big bulk. Because as a pitcher, you can't look like that. Barry Bonds went from weighing 200 to 290. Like you can't do that to your body if you're gonna try and throw, because you're gonna tear every ligament in it. That's why guys like Barry Bonds, when you watch him play left field, especially in that World Series, he's so terrible. He moves around like Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner, another example. They just are these big clunky transformers out there trying to get things done, and they just can't do it. So I love it. Does Joe Biden read the teleprompter? Come on. Like, it's so obvious that this guy, in all of these interviews, they're feeding him questions. They're feeding him orange dye. And he's clearly reading the teleprompter on all of these questions. So what I love about Fox News is they have a way of saying, like, okay, I'm going to ask you this question from a journalist standpoint, and I want to have an answer because I'm a journalist. Now, I like what the Biden guy does a little bit. Oh, I don't want Trump's rhetoric to come into this room. This is sick. This is low, even for you. Like, he's trying to play it off like he's some sort of another martyr, another victim. It's 2020. Everybody's a martyr and a victim. So I love this line of questioning, and I love the way that Fox News, I forget this guy's name. This guy really goes for it and wants to hear a fucking straight up answer. I'm asking you a question. Does Joe Biden read the teleprompter during interviews, during questions from the crowd?
Joe Biden,
is all of this fake? Is this the WWE? Is all of this we're just we're being fooled? This is all a work. So I do have the video here. It's mostly audio. Everybody can hear it. But this guy who looks like my best friend, Michael Knowles, who works for the Biden campaign, does everything he can to avoid the real question.
Has Joe Biden ever used a teleprompter during local interviews or to answer Q&A with supporters?
Brett, we are not going to engage. This is straight from the Trump campaign's
but yeah,
talking
they're
points.
using it.
And what it does, Brett, is it's trying to distract the American people.
They're using it. They talk about it every day. Can you say yes or no?
That's because they talk about it every day, Brett, because they don't have a coherent
well, you
strategy.
have an answer. Yes or no?
Brett, they talk about it every day because they don't have a coherent argument for why Donald Trump deserves re-election, deserves 4 more years. We know that he lied to the American people. We know that he has not shown leadership during this crisis, and they are desperate to throw anything they can against the wall to try to distract from that fact.
I understand, but you can't answer the question.
Brett, I am not going to allow the Trump campaign to funnel their questions through Fox News and get me to respond to that.
Well, TJ, we appreciate your time, and thank you.
Go ahead, Zach.
Let's funnel everything through CNN, MSNBC, and everything else.
Coming on. Thanks.
Well, yeah, and it's like we watch all these other news outlets where, yeah, they're clearly biased. They're all one-sided.
Let's get Cardi B in here.
Yeah, let's bring Cardi B. We need, and I love Candace Owens' response to that, and I was going to bring that up tonight, too. Candace Owens pretty much says, like, having Cardi B be the representative for the black community to interview Joe Biden is Joe Biden and his campaign saying that he thinks black people are stupid. You know, it's like, oh, we need to have Cardi B. Like, why not have Candace Owens do the interview? She's black. Why not have Don Lemon? He's black. Like, if you're really going after black America, why not just grab an educated, somebody who's in the political space already, like these reporters? Why grab Cardi B? Because I have a #1 song? Like, that's not the reason why you should be interviewing the president of the United States, like, or the potential president of the United States. Like, that's a terrible argument. But here's some evidence of our best friend, Joe Biden, reading the teleprompter. And I didn't see much of this. I just assumed he was always doing this. But I love that our best friends over at the Daily Wire were like, nope, we have all the footage.
And in addition to that, we have
waving
to
his hand.
Make sure that we are in a position that we are. Well, let me go to the second thing. I've spoken enough of that.
See, I mean, he's really clearly reading. He doesn't know all the way what he's even trying to get out. He doesn't know the whole message.
And I would like to know, what will your administration do to help them give them that chance? Thank you.
Move it up here.
Move it up here.
You know, there used to be a basic bargain in this country. Workers shared in the wealth their work helped create.
How can you vote for this guy?
Hey, that question is better than anyone that I
know
can
they
ask.
scream the same thing.
I know. How would you vote for this guy? And then we even have some
old guy bad.
Yeah, Orange Man bad. Imagine if we had like footage. Like, what if I just did this and I just showed you like a picture of him looking literally at a teleprompter as he's wearing his Hambino hat. I think he's got his Phillies hat on. He's pretending like he's one of us. And yeah, he's got his teleprompter here. He's got all of his fancy lighting. I mean, this setup is a lot better than the Vleeties setup. But I mean, it's so clear that yeah, he's just all of this is so staged. It's so fake, and
in which you are
like, I just don't understand. I don't like, and even when you hear that other girl ask the question, the barista, she kind of even like said thank you. Like, it was all read. She read everything that they wrote down, and then that was his canned response.
In which you are moving through the opening process.
Well, we started with exactly what you said. There's a big state. We have 67 counties, and they are all very different. So what is good in southeastern Pennsylvania is very different.
Thank you, Quigley. Yeah, I've done some dumb things. I'll do dumb things again.
In which you are.
And that's
my
real.
95-year-old grandfather looks younger than Joe Biden.
What happened to him, right? Like, I thought sucking the blood of children made you look younger. Like, he just looks terrible.
Well, when Epstein went to jail, that all ended, so.
Is this going to be is there a random question mark in here while Biden's talking to Bernie? That's the other thing, is like, Bernie Sanders, for everything that he says that's bullshit, he at least has like this
tan was needed, not wanted.
Not wanted.
At least
can somebody just get a fuck you San Diego in there and see if you read?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what this says right here. This says, like, is he just reading the teleprompter, and did somebody put a question mark in there? But like, even Bernie Sanders will come out and cut a promo. Like, he gets it a little bit, you know. Like,
tan was needed, not wanted.
Thank you, Quigley. Yeah, at least he gets it a little bit where he's like cutting a promo, trying to get the crowd involved. But Joe just doesn't understand that.
Well, I will make an educator.
Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter? For the last time, anything you put on that
tan was needed, not wanted.
Somebody really.
Well, I will make an educator.
Well, I will make an educator. And that's the thing. I don't even know if there was a question mark in there. I just think just the way he talks, he's losing it. I really am so confused, by the way.
This is not good.
Good, oh boy. I am confused how Bernie Sanders did not get the Democratic nominee, because at least he seems to be holding it together.
Tan was needed,
not wanted. Like,
that's why.
At least he was holding it together, right? Like, Bernie came out, cut an awesome promo, and wow.
I hope it's because people realize how freaking extreme he is.
Oh, we got some audio of what is this? Is she the
See, that's the thing, is they need Joe Biden is perfect for the Democrats. For the casual Democrat, he's the nice old white guy. Uncle Joe, Grandpa Joe, what harm could he do? And then he's the pushover for Kamala and all the girls and Bernie to put in their extreme policies in Congress, because Joe's not going to do dumb things again.
And
the squad. I don't know why I blanked on the squad.
Here's some other headlines just from scrolling around the internet that I wanted to get to. So the CEO of Netflix, he went on CNN. Like, you know, they brought him on, and he was there for 10 minutes. Not a single question was asked. Not a single question. Thank you so much, Nathan Weller. Or Quigley. Was that Quigley? It was one of y'all. Not a single question to this Netflix CEO was asked about cuties. They didn't want to know about the French film about the 11-year-old twerkers. You know, everybody's like hashtag cancel Netflix. They're protecting child sex predators. Nobody asked him a question about that. Like, he just comes on and they're just like, whatever. Like, what would they bring him on here for? Like, it was like, even the report here is a softball interview. They praised the company for being ahead of its competitors in its diversity and leadership program. So because they embrace having black people and they embrace having Asian people and all these minorities working there, probably also pedophiles. And then Nathan Weller says Vleeties is sounding like Vleeties again. See, it's not COVID. It's like a sinus infection. I knew it would go away eventually. It just, I was worn out. I was tired. I was doing too many 3-hour shows with Zach. But I guess, oh, shit. There's all kinds of stuff that Broken Freaking Neck gave me. Scholar Strike, bro. What?
Did you see the thing about the Academy Awards?
I saw just
the win Best Picture.
I just saw the headline. So Kirstie Alley is already saying this is bullshit. This is an insult to artists everywhere. So what's the new criteria for winning an Oscar?
So your movie will not be considered for Best Picture if you don't meet 2 of 4 criteria. And I might flub the numbers here, but your on-screen actors have to be at least 30% a minority group, or they didn't call it a minority, they called it some like disenfranchised group or something, because it could be a woman, it could be gender, it could be sexual orientation, any of that stuff.
Right.
So you either need if you have a lead actor that's black, then that qualifies you automatically. But so it's like if you have a main actor or a main co-star that's a minority, you can be considered. If at least 30% of the crew that worked on the film was part of this group, then it can be considered. If you start an intern program that's based on giving those groups more opportunities, that one counts, which is dumb. Because anybody can just start that and you meet.
So what you're telling me is we're finally done with the fucking Oscars. Like, that's all I'm hearing is that we're finally...
Yeah. Well, I forgot who was talking about it, but they're like, okay, so The Irishman would not be nominated. And
well, here's the thing.
1917 wouldn't, because it's a bunch of white people fighting.
Then the Oscars are so stupid anyway. Like, it's... like, I remember when 12 Years a Slave won, and I watched it, and I was like, that was a good movie. And I asked somebody about it who said, yeah, they were glad that it won. And I go, oh my gosh, it was so good. I just watched it the other day. Did you see it? I was like, did you see it in theaters? Oh, well, no, I haven't seen it yet. Why the fuck you glad it won then? What if it was a big shit? What if it was about 2 black men having sex with a female horse for 3 hours? Would you have liked it? Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't think that's how movies are meant to be admired. You know, like, I remember I listened to a podcast. I used to listen to Doug Loves Movies, but that got way too fucking... I mean, that got liberal even for me. And, like, I just remember there was a guy on there who wanted Selma to win Best Picture. And they were like, oh, did you see it? And he goes, well, no, I already know what's going to happen. I don't need to see the movie. I already know what it's about. I already know what's going to happen. And it's like, well, wait, why? How can you use your voice to say... this is what I want to win Best Picture, but then not see the movie, like, or not even...
So it's just about what the story was about? It's not how well the actors acted or how it was filmed or anything? It's just, it's a story about Muhammad Ali. It's got to win.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh, I love Muhammad Ali. That sounds like a great movie that I'd like to see. Like, no, it's... That sucks. That's bullshit. Like, these, like, I feel like, you know, and we always bring this up like 100 years ago when they were making the Oscars, and I know, well, it's a racist system. Like, that's what everybody's thing is like, oh, the whole system's so racist. The only reason you approve of it is because you don't understand. Like, I would love to have one of my black friends on here to try and teach me about systemic racism, because, like, I feel like they wouldn't want it. Either they wouldn't want to do it, or they just wouldn't know how. Like, they just wouldn't. Like, it's always white people that are telling me about the system of racism. Like, all of my black friends are just kind of like, like, you know, life is what you make of it. You know, it's you know, they're like really reasonable people. You know, whatever. Life's what you make of it. Like, they're just kind of doing their thing. But we got to live in this world where it's like, no, you are oppressed. Stop trying to tell me you're not. Put your hands down. You're oppressed. Like, I don't understand why we're forcing people into that mindset, because it's just not. I still don't think it's true. Like, I look at all these systems in America and I don't know where I'm supposed to look and find the racist parts. Like, I mean, name a thing. Like, I just don't know. Like, and even Quigley Johnson in the chat is saying, like, racial criteria just doesn't make sense in, like, film. It just doesn't. It might make sense in something like Jason always brings up the Rooney Rule, which I think is a good, you know, hiring of black coaches in the NFL increased by 33% when they were forced to interview at least one black person. And I was like, I mean, that's fine. They should be doing that anyway. But like, when Viola Davis is complaining that she doesn't get paid as much as Meryl Streep because this country is racist, it's like, well, I mean, maybe
you're a better agent.
But it's like, yeah, better agent. But also, the movies you're in, I haven't seen, and like, I don't want to see them. You know, it's not. There's not this huge. I'm clamoring for a Viola Davis movie now, unless she makes some awesome movie that I'm like, oh, Viola Davis was so great. Because I think that all white people would be able to just say, like, they're not like they'd be able to prove they're not racist, or at least like when you say like who's your favorite actor, like it might be a white person, but if I said, oh, why didn't you say Jamie Foxx? It's like, well, no, Jamie Foxx has been in some good movies. Like, I wouldn't say I don't like Jamie Foxx. I wouldn't say I like him less because he's black. Like, that's not how I think. That's not how my mind works. But I think that some people like Robin DiAngelo want to think that's how everyone's mind works, is that subconsciously you are racist. You're just not aware of it. And it's like, well, then how do I not be racist? It's like, well, you pay me $20,000 to come talk at your school. Like, you know, there's no real answer because there's no real problem.
Yeah. That's the whole thing, is there's no. It's like all the vaccine theories. Like, there's no money in the cure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you solve these people's problems, then there's no Democratic Party. So why would the Democrats actually fix the problems?
All right, so Broken Freaking Neck sent me all of this shit. He sent me so much stuff, and like I thought I covered most of it. I didn't touch on any of it yet. So California is on fire. All right, you know about California. You know it's on fire right now, and it all started. At least this is what people are claiming. I think it's been confirmed that it all started from a gender reveal party. So, you know the big fancy things, the big to-dos where people want to light a firework or blow some shit up. And they want to show like, oh, it's blue smoke, so it's a boy, or it's pink egg yolk, so it's a girl. Like, that's what everybody does. And for some reason, these fuckos decided to launch one near a bunch of dry brush, and the whole state is on fire. And I don't know, like, you've had two children, I've had one. Our gender reveal was on Instagram. We just took a picture of some baseball stuff and said, you know, we're having a boy. You know, our thing was like, he'll have to choose between the Angels or the Dodgers, you know, and it was like very masculine, very manly. And that was our gender reveal. Now, I have friends who have done the golf ball that you hit it and it pops and it's blue. Have you had any of these fancy-ass bougie gender reveals? And I feel like you haven't, but I feel like your wife would probably be kind of like, we need to do this. Like, I feel like she would encourage you to get involved and make sure that you guys did one of these bougie-ass things.
We did do one of these bougie-ass things. You just were already in Texas, man, so you couldn't attend.
No, so what did you do?
But,
did you blow something up?
Yeah, we had straight up smoke, dude. Pop smoke.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't like a
with
flame.
Our first kid, it wasn't even a thing. Like with my 8-year-old, like gender reveal parties were not a thing yet. Didn't have one of those, but I don't know. It was also like before. Like, I think it was right when we had decided to leave for Utah. And I think it was part of my birthday, because I moved here in April. So, like, we did a gender reveal party. We might have flown back. I don't remember. But, like, it was more of a, like, we're leaving the state. Let's have any reason to have a party.
Sure.
And Becca was so, like, we have to have a gender reveal party. I'm like, whatever. Can I drink beer at it? And she's like, yeah, of course. I'm like, okay.
All right, I'm here then. Yeah, we can reveal the gender of whatever we want. And I think it's kind of wrong to have a gender reveal, because I don't know why you're assuming your own child's gender. It kind of all counteracts. Like, if we're super progressive, we're not assuming any genders ever, which includes at the gender reveal. I would love that. Okay, next time my wife gets pregnant, I'm gonna do the hit a golf ball, and it's gonna be white. Or it can't be white. It's gonna be gray or something. Because if it's white, oh, what are you gonna have, a white baby? So no, I'll make it like gray or something. And that way, when it opens up, I'll smack the ball, it'll explode. And I'll look at the camera and I say, I'll never assume its gender. And then the video would end. I don't mean to be so hateful for those people that are really struggling with their gender identity, but that's the problem, is that you shouldn't struggle that much. It should be you're a man or you're a woman. If you're gay, be gay. I think that's outstanding.
Yeah, that the gender one, like I said it before, I understand being gay and like questioning your sexuality and being attracted to other sexes. I don't understand I'm in the wrong body.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong
can't
body.
relate.
Yeah, I was born without the parts that I wanted, and then for some reason, once I get those parts that I want, I'm going to feel cured. But you're still not going to have ovaries. I don't know. It's something that we'll just talk in circles about. I would love to have. I've met trans people, and yeah, it's one of those things where yeah, he is a man, and I call him a man. But yeah, I don't get too particular about what's going on down there, but I'm pretty sure you can't have kids. Quigley Johnston, I understand being gay.
Clip it.
Great quote. I understand being gay. I mean, look, we all have our gay moments. I've watched Legally Blonde a lot, so they were still. Oh, Quigley sent me some other stuff.
Somebody had a great stand-up. I forgot who it was. I gotta find it. And he was like, I don't know who it was, but he's like, all guys are a little gay. He was like, here, just answer this question. He's like, when you watch porn, do you want the guy to have a little dick or you want the guy to have a big dick?
Yeah, that's like the immediate, like, well,
and
no.
he's just like, and the whole crowd just got quiet. And he's like, see? I got you.
Everybody knows we're all a little gay. I mean, there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. I don't think there is. I mean, that's what that one guy was saying. You got to be secure in your masculinity and your femininity. And I think people can find that hybrid where, yeah, it's like some things that I like are probably pretty gay. My wife asked me if I was gay because I was walking around singing the My Hero Academia theme song. She was like, are you gay now? Like, what's happening? This isn't you. You used to not sing this song as you walked around. And look, I love that song. And then Tyler Spida in the chat, I'm a flamer for the Fiend. Like, Tyler Spida would let the Fiend in, if you know what I mean. Like, that would absolutely be, that would be one of his mission objectives. But yeah, let me find it real quick. Because yeah, Brian the Sun, I was walking around singing this song one day, and I was singing it a lot. And my wife was like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, what is this? When did this phase start? I don't even know the words. I don't know the words. Don't know the words. I just know I just know the part.
So before asking if you've become Asian, she asked you if you're gay.
Yeah, she didn't care about why I've been watching all these cartoons and shit. She's like, are you gay now? Like, what happened? Like, that was where her mind went when I was walking around going, like, I was just walking around singing that the whole day. We're at the park, and she's like, why? Why is that the song? Can't you sing any of the other annoying songs that you're constantly walking around singing? Most of the time, honestly, I don't know if JT is still here, but when I walk around, I'm going, hurt, heal, hurt, heal, hurt, heal. It's unconditional. Like, I'm just singing the JT songs as I walk around a lot. Every Wednesday, my wife has to hear me go, ding, 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 ding. I'm just singing the John Moxley JT song, and then I'm doing the Johnny Gargano's now called Johnny Wrestling, like, all day. Because I'm excited to watch wrestling tonight. It's the only night I watch wrestling with commercials. And she's like, oh my fucking God, what song is that? Is that a real song? And I go, yeah, it is. Owen Hart, Suicidal Wrestling. Such a classic song, and there's no denying it. So, Broken Freaking Neck sent me so much shit, and I didn't even touch it. The schools went on strike, which I thought was very annoying. Some of these colleges decided, we're not doing enough, and we want to be in touch with society. So it looks to me like a black teacher and I'm going to say gay. I'm going to throw it out there. I'm pretty sure he's gay. He's got 2 earrings, right? And they're not like the studs. He's got earrings. So I'm going to assume. So many of the students were engaged in protests this summer, and they've experienced racism on and off campus, whether we like it or not. The summers spill into fall, and at the beginning of our semester, now is a good time to reflect and interrogate what has been happening in our nation. So what they decided to do was, since the NBA boycotted that one night for Jacob Blake, and now it's being called, not even being called for Jacob Blake, they had to change that narrative, obviously, because now Jacob Blake is possibly a rapist. He's not a good person, so we need to get rid of that. So we're just saying it's because of racial and social injustice. because the media needs to make sure that we can spin it. So, Scholar Strike was a movement to bring recognition to the mounting number of deaths of African Americans, which they're called black people, blacks by excessive use of violence and force by the police. So it doesn't matter what these guys did as a crime, but just because there's excessive force using to kill them or to subdue them, that's not okay. Scholar Strike is a 2-day action on September 8th and 9th, where professors, staff, and students, and even administrators will step away from their regular duties to engage in teach-ins about racial injustice in America, policing, and racism in America. So, wow. And Broken Freaking Neck made sure to tell me that we had to do some bullshit racism homework. And I can't even imagine what this homework was like. And I wish that I got to take the homework, because I want to just be part of that conversation. Like, everybody brings up the shooting of Michael Brown in 2014, which Barack Obama's DOJ ruled was a justified killing of a black person. There was no hands up, don't shoot. There was none of that. This guy was running away. It's just the more you're forcing racism onto people, the more everybody feels like they're a victim or there's oppression happening every single day. So it's like when there's a white lady having a salad at lunch, people feel like it's okay to go interrupt her because she's probably part of the problem. There's no evidence, but I'm sure she is, because she seems to be happy and not miserable like me. Quigley says that, wow. So Quigley says that there's an ultra-lib art. My boy goes to an ultra-lib art college, and that's essentially what's happening at his school. His professor said that she was going to decolonize her syllabus. Decolonize? I mean, what does that even mean? Do we know what that means?
No, his whole point is all these strikes are to cover up them not being able to figure out how to do virtual lesson plans.
Well, and that's the other thing, is that these teachers don't like these virtual lesson plans because, I mean, it ruins their freedom a little bit. The parents might be listening.
Because they've taught the same thing 10 years in a freaking row, and they don't want to do any work.
No, of course not.
You get 10 years out of university, you teach the same subject. Like, you don't have to learn anything new.
And I went to college, and I told you this, like, I needed an English class, and one of my course options was liberal studies as an English credit. Like, not anything professional writing wise. Like, when I went to DeVry, professional writing was like the only English class I had to take. And I was like, that makes complete sense. Structuring an email, I loved it. It was a great course. I use it to this day. When I went to Cal State LA, English credits were playwriting, liberal studies, dramatic reading. What the fuck is this? Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah. So when he sent me that story, these teachers decided to take a day off, and then what's even more frustrating is these fucking Canadians did the same thing. So people up in Canada also took the Scholar Strike Day because they also wanted to. I don't know if the same thing's happening in Canada, but apparently all of these countries that have 10% of the population being black are completely being tortured by the rest of the people. And now it's up to these woke white people to save them. Which, by the way, I love when black people step up and say, I'm tired of all these white-ass people pretending that they're heroes. Like, I love that, because that's all I see. I'm like, y'all are fucking so guilty in your own white guilt that you have to feel like you're a hero to do this shit. Like, it's astounding to me. I got to look up that liberal Latte line before we go. Or Latte Liberal by Al Sharpton. It's astounding. Yeah. The way that these people are acting. Like, it's just, I think we all know that
this 10 was needed, not wanted.
The Reverend Al Sharpton.
And then Ayako says, DeVry University, we're serious about success. I mean, it's true. It was a very no nonsense, like, come in. I had my 4-hour class once a week, and then every day I'd have to log in and do some sort of coursework. And it was on my own time. It was on my own, like, hey, get this done when you have to. It just needs to be done every day. And that's why it was so hard. It was like, I had a lot of homework at DeVry. It was like, oh my goodness. Like, I missed Cal State LA. Because Cal State LA was fucking smoked 9 cigarettes on campus with with Emily Parks. We just find a table, smoke some stogs, go to class, bro, smoke some more stogs after class, bro. I take the train there some days. It was just a fucking bullshit. Like, I couldn't wait to get home and drink beers with Stoltz and Travis. Like, that was just my life. And when I think of defunding universities, I'm like, dude, we got to get rid of it. Like, DeVry to me was serious, like, education, not so much college. So, like I tell people, go to some of those schools. If you go join a fraternity and all that bullshit, you just set yourself up for that lifestyle. Like, college should be your education. It shouldn't be, like, this party time. Or, like, one thing I talk about with DeVry is, like, yeah, there was no football team there. You know, like, it was so different, like, going to one of those schools compared to, like, Nathan Weller says, but parties. That's what I had Zach for. Zach and I would find the parties anyway. We'd go to parties at the University of Laverne.
We were the party.
We'd go to Cal Poly Pomona. We'd go wherever. There's colleges around us. We didn't need to attend them. My favorite parties were always in just somebody's random backyard. You know, it was never like, I like to just bring a 30-pack. I like to bring a 30-pack and, like, stand there with the pack between my legs and just have people talk to you. And I remember one time Pat Dallin would show up with his 30 rack. We'd stand next to each other with our 30 racks, and then people would walk up and go, "Can we get a beer?" I'd be like, "You got $1?" And then you'd sell a beer for $1. It was great. And then Quigley says I'm too cool for parties. People are just too shy to invite me. Good call, Quigley. Yeah, it's definitely them, man. But I wanted to do this before we go. We just got to hear this looks like somebody made a video. But Al Sharpton, Malcolm X, all of our other friends are super woke now. Like, everybody is finally realizing, no, we're not victims. We're supposed to be powerful. You're supposed to be powerful, damn it. You're supposed to have chutzpah. If you guys don't have any chutzpah, get out of my ring. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like a lot of these guys are just kind of like cowards at this point. So let's see what Al Sharpton has to say. Did we even find out if the Atlanta students get COVID through sex? That was the Georgia students. I don't know if they all got COVID through sex. I know that they were advised to wear a mask during sex. I don't know how successful that ended up being. Joe Cronin is live. What time zone is Joe Cronin in? Thought he was like my time zone. I'm surprised he's still rolling. Let's watch this video, and then we're going to head out.
On Tuesday slammed the nationwide call to defund the police as a latte liberal ideology. Sharpton made the comments on MSNBC's Morning Joe during a discussion about policing and a recent spate of violence in the Big Apple. To take all policing off as something that I think a latte liberal may go for as they sit around the Hamptons discussing this as some academic
I wanted
problem,
to hear him say it,
Sharpton
not you.
said. But people living on the ground need proper police.
Is this a robot reading this?
I don't want to call her. I don't want to assume her species. But he says it right here. Here's him.
Across the country.
So let me. You're our intrepid reporter here, and you've gone into an area that very.
This guy looks like Bill Pullman, doesn't he? He looks like Independence Day right here. He's the president.
Few people have ever gone before New York City. So let me ask you about the island. You said that you feel safe there. What we read in the newspapers, far away from you big city folk, is that crime has gone up. We've had friends saying, man, I don't feel safe, like even in the 70s after dark, which, of course, the remarkable thing about New York City well, I'll say it. Let me just say it here. Post Rudy Giuliani is after dark, you could walk around most of New York City and actually feel safer than in most other major American cities. But all we're reading, all we're hearing, and even friends are telling us, it is dangerous, Joe. It's nothing like it's been over the past 20 years. You don't feel that?
Well, I don't feel it, but I think there are a lot of people who feel it, who are hesitant to go out at night alone, or, you know, I mean, you read the headlines, and yes, there is some truth behind the headlines, but if you look at the statistics on violent crime, it's actually not up. But yeah, there are people who are going to leave the city. That's true.
I'm curious
those are probably people of means,
fucking
people
snowflakes
who can go to another home or buy a house somewhere else. But it does not. I was a kid in the 1980s, so I can't really speak to that, even though I lived around here. But it's different for a lot of people. But I'm just speaking for myself. Walking around New York City does not feel different or unsafe to me, and I think if you look at the crime statistics, that's probably true. But
is this guy really walking around? That's the thing. Is like, first of all, most of New York is still closed, right? I mean, like, is this guy breaking quarantine? What's going on? But I just don't. I don't believe him. I just don't believe that he's out there walking around. Oh yeah, it's totally safe. Like I'm not even doing that in Dallas. Like you don't do that in any real city. Like when we were in downtown LA, I mean I saw people get arrested, but it was still like it was still fun. It was still fun to walk around and you'd be downtown. But like this is a little bit different. I feel this guy's trying to tell me that he's just like moseying through New York, like and he's fine. Like I have no idea what he's trying to tell me with this. But I like that he's at least saying it because he looks like a huge lying piece of shit.
More shootings, there are more murders, but across the board, I think New York is going to be New York, and some people will leave, and I think it will change a little.
I got to hear that.
I think New York is going to be New York, and it's safe to me. And I think if you look at the crime statistics, that's probably true. But there are more shootings, there are more murders, but across the board, I think New York is going to be New York.
You know, it's a par for the course. There's been more shootings and more murders, but like, if you just put those aside,
mostly peaceful.
Like it's fine.
New York, and some people will leave, and I think it will change a little bit temporarily and be back like it always is.
Yeah, let's talk to Rev. Obviously, you've spent an awful lot of time in New York. You've hardly left, but you've had to leave at times for work. We've heard some. When in the middle of these calls to defund the police, we've actually heard black leaders in the city said, no, don't defund the police. Things actually are getting worse right now. Why don't you give us your view of New York City right now really quickly before we go into the day's news? Do you think it's as safe as it's been? Or are you seeing the New York City security fray at the edges?
We've always heard about the tale of two cities. On the side of the city that I come from, which is blacker and poorer, we've seen more in terms of gun usage. I got a lot of attention when I did the eulogy for George Floyd's funeral, but I also, a month later, preached a one-year-old kid's funeral in Brooklyn who was killed by a stray bullet. So we're seeing both. 6 people were shot over this Labor Day weekend at a festivity in Brooklyn. So I would say statistically we're not much higher than we were, but on the ground it is certainly feeling more violent, feeling more unsafe in unsafe communities, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about in communities where we were somewhat having to deal with more crime. It feels more in many ways dangerous, and the fact that you have people that are disproportionately essential workers that have had to go to work. They did not have the summer or the pandemic off, so it has been in stressful areas slightly more stressful. I don't think the headlines are exactly right. I
do like that he's kind of just completely shitting on what this other guy said. You know what I mean? Like, the other guy's like, no, everything's cool. New York's New York. And this guy's like, no, that's not good. You can't just say that New York is New York. Like, I'm seeing killings everywhere, and like, it's not good. And there needs to be something that's done about this massive amount of killings. Like, we can't just walk around and go, yeah, the murders are up, the shootings are up. But I mean, other than that, I mean, the pizza's great. Like, nobody can agree with that. What that other guy was saying. This sounds real as fuck. And this sounds like the testimony that they don't want to admit exists. Is like, no, look, I've seen killings and from parts of towns that there shouldn't be killings in, and yeah, this is true shit. So I'm glad that, and it's so strange that it's got to be Reverend Sharpton to bring these fucking people home. That's why the white liberals, the most annoying thing in the world lately, because you got people like Malcolm X who were like, the white liberal is the real enemy. Black people need to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps and get their own things done. They're powerful. They're stronger than white liberals give them credit for. And that's what Rev Sharpton is also doing here, which is like shocking that it takes another one. It takes another strong black man to tell black people, hey, you're being lied to.
They embellish it, but clearly those that feel the worst has gotten even a worse feeling during this pandemic period in New York.
And I hear the fears of again, the defunding the police or cutting the police budget by $1 billion in New York City will disproportionately impact who? The poorest people in New York City, and also disproportionately impact people of color, Rev, with school safety monitors being yanked out of there and other police officers that certainly many people of color and their representatives in New York City feel are essential workers themselves.
I've said, and you and I have discussed this, we need to reimagining how we do policing. But when you are talking about the fact that, A, we are in the areas where that is inundated with guns, that has this serious problems of our people being given guns that can't even get a summer program. Yep. To take all policing off is something that I think a Latte liberal may go for as they sit around the Hamptons discussing this as some academic problem. But people living on the ground need proper policing. Yes, we need more resources in different areas like mental health, but we do not need our grandmothers prey to those that are being the users of products of the big gun manufacturers in this country.
Hell yeah, Rev.
Also with us this
like, this dude shows up. This is supposed to be the segment where, like, all right, we're gonna defund the police. That's the narrative we're all going with. All right, let's defund the police. And then Rev Sharpton shows up and goes, "No, we need better policing. What the hell are you guys talking about? All of you white people sitting around holding up your lattes, asking for a refill. Get the fuck out of here. We need police in these areas. I don't want to go to another 1-month-old's funeral." You know, like, this guy's the best. Like, yeah. And I know that in the past we've seen things differently, Rev, but you get it. You know what's going on in the world. You and Malcolm X. It takes these strong leaders to finally come out and say, "Fuck that narrative. Here's the real narrative." And I love that. I like that we're seeing more and more of that. I like that we're seeing guys help out with arrests. I like that we're seeing black people back to blue. Like, because I feel like all my white friends on Facebook love to say blue lives are not a thing. It's like, okay, well, clearly they are. You guys are discriminating against a whole group of people based on the career they chose. Like, automatically, when they choose to be a police officer, somehow they're immediately racist. They've immediately been indoctrinated into the system that creates white supremacy. Even though there's black police officers, but we're going to ignore that. Like it does. Your narrative doesn't work. It doesn't work. It either all has to be that way or it doesn't. Like, whenever a black person's successful now, it's like, "Hey, how the fuck did you do that?" No, he did it like I did it. I'm not the most successful guy. I'm negative $400 on my bank account right now. I can't wait for 2 a.m. Come on. This is bullshit. But yeah, it's I love it, man. I love that Rev Sharpton's stepping it up. I love that Malcolm X is stepping it up, even though he's been dead. Like, it's funny that his teachings, and we got LeBron James, like, "I'm reading his book." Are you? Because I think he would fucking slap you upside the head right now if he was around.
Smart man.
Yeah, he would. Look at Muhammad Ali. Took life by the balls. Look at you, LeBron. However, I don't know who won that game tonight. I didn't even check. So I think it's about that time. I think we got to ride off into the sunset. Let me go ahead and grab this real quick. This was a long boy tonight, but I felt better. And I think I felt kind of bad because on Tuesday my voice was just all over the place. And it wasn't a good look. So I'm glad that we got to make this one a little more extended, if you will.
You do have an Ultimate Warrior impression you got to redeem here.
Rev! He's smart, man. He's smart, man, okay? I mean, what are we supposed to say? I mean, he is. Everybody knows it. No denying it. So, let's see. My name is Ryan Van Vliet, the other half of the whole effing show. Other half of the whole effing show. I'm joined by my friend Zach Gizak on Tuesdays and Thursdays for Vleeties. This was a Red Pill episode, exclusively Red Pill. Although football came up, but it has to. Maybe a little wrestling came up. It has to. So I will be back on Tuesday for a new Vleeties. I will be back. Kevin's here tomorrow night. Kevin's going to be here after SmackDown, after the greatest show on earth, starring Kid Rock and SmackDown. So we're going to have some fun with that. Make sure that you're here, twitch.tv/TWFS. Make sure that you subscribe to me on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Just search Vleeties. It's all there. You'll find it. No need to fret. Stop fretting. Stop it. Stop fretting, everybody. So, again, thank you guys so much for all the bits. Thank you so much for all the sound alerts. All of that goes to helping the show out tremendously. And, yeah, until the day that I'm dead, Ryan Van Vliet. Have a good weekend, everybody. Be safe. I got to work in like 6 hours. I don't even think I'm going to. I'm just gonna kick it here. I think I'm just staying on Twitch. I got more topics to get to. We'll just keep it rolling. Nah, we're gonna right off. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. If there's a raid, let me know. Let me know who we need to raid.
Sit back and relax as I caress ya. Yeah, baby, it ain't really nothing. Inhale, exhale, all the fumes to fucking incense. We're hiding the rules to loving. Can I stuff my muffin inside ya? Then burn your whole place down and light the blunt from the fire of your waist down. Now go and put your face down and let's all just get blown. And I'm feeling higher, 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 higher. And I'm feeling higher, 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 higher. Are you still recording?
Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth. Weird.
Twist her up, fill her up. Pretty green bad bitch, Mary Jane killing us. Every time I hit, she got me feeling sick. Hallucinating in the store, running in the shit. Snatching around, then it's back to the spaceship. Me and Miss Mary J off the outer space. Going so high, fly by heaven's gates. Smoke near death, now I got a pale face. Yeah, cause dumb strong, you would think the shit was laced. The shit that have you walking in slow motion all day. That's why it's legalizing, cause everybody likes it. You can't fight it. Trees, we all need trees. They give us life, without them we couldn't breathe. Without her I can't breathe. No, I grieve. MJ, marry me.